Yo, Rosy, what do you do every time we come to tape the show? Yeah, you specifically.
I go right across the street.
Yeah.
Y'all always see my McDonald's cup.
Max.
And I get me my little Big Mac, extra sauce, no pickles.
Same. I've always been a fan of the Mac sauce.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'll sometimes add a little Mac sauce on my double quarter pounder with cheese or whatever. Because, you know, I like meat in my sauce. Anyway, if you want some McDonald's, order ahead when you go there. Use the Mickey D's app to download and make your order ahead of time. You know, it helps with social distancing. You know, the thing is still out there. But, you know, because it's hot, fresh, delicious. Shout out McDonald's, Big Mac, quarter pounders, all that good
sauce
stuff. Delicious.
Shout out to the fries.
Shout out to the fries. Gotta love the fries. You a bag fries guy?
Delicioso.
You a bag fries guy?
Yeah, buddy. Listen, sweet and sour sauce.
Yes.
Large. Dump it all on. And the salt is just right.
Yo, Kaz made fun of me because I dipped my fries in ranch.
I'm not making fun of you.
He was like, "Where's your barbecue?" I was like, I like the ranch.
Yeah, like there's like a hierarchy of sauce. It's like barbecue, sweet and sour.
No, it's
honey mustard.
No,
Sweet and sour?
No. It's ranch. Barbecue.
Well, you also inhale your hookah, so then
it's so hood. Shout out McDonald's. If you're gonna get a Big Mac or a quarter pounder with cheese, just order ahead on the Mickey D's app.
Boom.
Easy thing to do.
That's it.
Let's start the show.
Yo.
Let me get my ad-libs ready for the guest.
It's all good. Let's get our ad-libs ready for our very special guest, longtime friend of the show. He's got the #1 album in the motherfucking country right now. Call Me If You Get Lost. The mixtape legend, Mr. Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
DJ Drama.
The fuck drama, man. What's going on, brother?
I'm good, man. I appreciate that.
Did I do it right? How do you do it?
You did it right. Try it again.
DJ Drama.
No.
I'm giving it like a case. I'm sorry. Do it again.
No, you gotta work on that shit.
So you try it.
No, I know this is the king of the ad-lib, so I'm not even going to.
At least you gotta. At least I tried it. He corrected me.
Let's get it up. There it is.
There we go.
There it is. Let's go.
Mr. Thanksgiving.
Oh man,
I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna say it all day.
I was so excited to get DJ Drama on the show because for many reasons. I feel like we've known Drama for so long, from blog days, from Palooza days, from mixtape days, from internet. Every single point of our career, like we found our way back to DJ Drama somehow.
Always.
And now he's got the #1 album in the country with Tyler the Creator, Call Me If You Get Lost. An incredible body of work. There's so much I want to talk to you about, but it's a great way to start. It's a great place to start. Let's talk about the project with Tyler. I just saw the GQ article you did today that just came out, and great work as well. But let's talk about it, man. You know, Tyler hasn't been in his rap bag for a long time. He's been very experimental. He's been doing a lot of different, types of music, but he wanted to make sure he satisfied the rap fans. And, from what I'm hearing around,
and he did,
certain folks, like people talking album of the year, people talking about all that type of stuff. Take me back to that first day, man. Take me back to the day that, did you hit Tyler? Did Tyler hit you up? Like, how did the whole thing first start to get in formation?
Yeah, it started from a phone call from him. He hit me sometime last summer, probably about almost a year ago, and was just like, he told me he had this idea and that he was working on, and he wanted to see if I'd be interested in jumping on. And so originally, I think he was talking about sending me the music. Obviously, it was still during somewhat quarantine, as you guys know, Atlanta. We didn't have.
I was about to say, what quarantine was you doing in Atlanta?
He said quarantine for y'all.
Actually, yeah, it's crazy because last summer was the most I'd been out in Atlanta in 15 years. Just 'cause I couldn't work. I wasn't out and about. So instead of sending me the music, him and Clancy, his manager, called me like, "Yo, would you want to come out to LA?" And I was like, yeah, no doubt. So when I got to the studio with Tyler, before anything, he was telling me about the project, and he had already taken some vocals of mine from a random Gangsta Grillz tape and placed them on some of the music just to see what it would sound like. So when I got there, I was already listening to myself over the music that he had already, kind of presented, the originals of Call Me If You Get Lost.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, this guy's just, he's out of this world. Just for him even, doing it that way. And you know, we sat down like our first session, and you know, we really discussed. Like I've been a Tyler fan, you know, since the very beginning, since you know I first saw Tyler's first video, and you know, watching Odd Future, and you know, just their movement. And you know, and the last album I was a fanatic about. And as we were talking, you know, he was telling me, just like you were saying, like he really wanted to get back in his rap bag, and he just, you know, I think he wanted to shock a lot of people, and because he had kind of went experimental and was kind of getting, you know, quite musical with the last project. You know, he was like, yo, I'm really on some, like, niggas is fronting on me type vibe.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
You know, like I'm from this and I can really spit. So, you know, we just started to go over the music, and he started to play me some joints. I remember, you know, originally the Doug record, I remember hearing that our first session, and a bunch of the other songs. And so, you know, I just kind of went in, like, as we were sitting there talking for maybe an hour or two, you know, I started to go in and just, you know, put down the initial vocals for it. And, you know, a lot of it, like, looking back, like, a lot of it was just our conversations that we were having. Like, you know, he was really telling me how he tried to call Rolls Royce and understand why they couldn't put a fucking bike rack on the color.
was y'all really in rowboats, like looking at bears and mountains and shit? Like, there was the amount of stunt talk on the ad-libs throughout the album. Like, it is so much far evolved from the stunt talk I'm used to, drama. Like, what was y'all really doing, the type of stuff he was talking over the records? Because if you're saying it's from conversation, I'm assuming it's from, you know, things he was actually doing.
We were in Geneva last summer with our clothes out. Like, why wouldn't we have been? No, but even that, like, those were some of the conversations we were having in the studio. He was like, yo, I'm not, like, yeah, I might not. Tyler was just, you know, saying, I don't post this and that on the gram, but this is my life. Like, this is what I do. Like, you know, I'm rich too type vibes. You know what I'm saying? I just express my shit in a different way. So, you know, yeah, it was fun off top. And then I knew from that first session that, you know, it was going to be special. And then, you know, just even in the conversation that he was having with me, just about like what I meant to his childhood, you know what I'm saying? What the mixtapes meant, what the Pharrell in specific, you know, that Gangsta Grillz meant to him. And, you know, he's told me that at various times, or just like how dope it would be that he, you know, he always wanted a Gangsta Grillz and everything. So yeah. And then, you know, I just, you know, we had a couple of sessions, and then, you know, I kind of overworked for Tyler just cause it was a dope project, and I loved where he was going with it. And I gave him an abundance of, you know, talk for him to like play with and put here, you know, piece it together how he wanted to piece together. But yeah, so we wound up having like 4 or 5 sessions, but that was the initial one going into it.
And let me ask you, Drama, because, you know, his following, his fan base may not be too familiar the way me and Kaz and Rosy understand.
I mean, we saw it on Twitter. There was people like,
right, and that's what I was getting at. Like,
how do people not know DJ Draw? Why is he talking on the record? I'm like, yo, uncultured swines.
No, but
like,
and I'm not gonna say uncultured swine. Like,
I am.
No, I know, and I'm not gonna do that, because what I think Tyler's doing is exposing a new generation to what we're privy to and what we love. And I saw, you know, the GQ interview, and people were like, oh, why is he talking over the records and this and the third? But do you feel like you've gained a new following because of that? Because now they're like, who the fuck is this guy connected to Tyler Creator? Why is he all over his new album? Why is this guy so like important? Do you feel like now you've stepped into a new realm of fan bases?
I'm sure I have. I mean, absolutely. You know, I definitely think that he probably has an immense fan base that probably wasn't that familiar with me and didn't get it. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe they were a little younger. And I don't take offense to it. Like I wrote in GQ, like, or I said to them, like, you know, if y'all hate it, I still love you. Like, I'm still talking to you. You know, hopefully at some point they'll get it. You know what I mean? And, you know, at times it's mind boggling for me, because I'll go back and listen to some of my shit, and I'll be like, yo, that shit was poetic. Like, how it goes over their head. But, you know, I get it. But the one thing I do wonder is, like, as a Tyler fan, if you're a real true Tyler fan, then the same way he was experimental before, you have to at least try to respect me, because Tyler respects me, and Tyler wants. It's not like the thing about it. The thing that is the funniest to me through the years when people are like, yo, just shut the fuck up. Nobody wants to hear you talk on the music. I'll be like, yo,
damn.
I got roadie myself into the room like, give me that. I'm talking all over you.
Damn, I was asked to be here.
They'll be like, yeah, they asked me to be here. Like, you know, so that part of it is like, yo, yeah, that with the fans, like, y'all, do y'all not get it that Tyler wanted it like this?
Yeah. No, I mean, that's the funny part though, because like there's certain like Gangsta Grillz, there's certain, you know, DJ drama projects that I recite the ad libs like they're lyrics to the song. Like,
but I was gonna say,
they're so familiar. Like I cannot listen to a DJ drama a dramaless version of like Dedication 2 or a dramaless version of In My Mind. Like, I just can't do it.
But we grew up with like mixtapes, like and DJs doing that.
Yes.
When was the last time they heard that?
I
like
don't know.
Newer generation.
Well, they don't know what. See, the newer generation, there's no spite, you know, there's no hate or whatever. They don't know what a mixtape is because now you have streaming services, right? So everything that comes out as a project or it's an LP or it's deemed as something else. When we was coming up, when it was like, you know, you go to the flea market and get these tapes, we knew exactly like every Friday it was Clue or every Tuesday
there was a process. There was a process. Yeah. Like if somebody was
that's
bubbling.
What I'm saying. His audience doesn't know that.
That's what I'm
They're
saying.
not
Like
used to that.
there's a new audience that's come up through like the streaming era, right? So it's like
SoundCloud?
if it's not on my Spotify,
not even that.
If it's not on my Apple, like I don't really know. But there's, you know, drama will tell you like there was the time where you had a buzz, you know what I'm saying? Like you hit a few features on a couple of other artists' albums, and then when you really buzzing like that, Drama and Cannon call you. You get on a few instrumentals and you really like get crazy on it. So my next question is, I mean, since this project's come out, I just want to know like what's been, you know, I'll tell you my feedback already, but like what's just been the feedback you've been getting just as far as like other artists? Like, is it gonna be a time where now mad people will be like, damn, I kind of want to do another Gangsta Grillz. Like, damn, I kind of want to hit people up. Like, has that started to be like resurfacing again, or what's it been like for you?
I think it's a little bit of both. I mean, the response that I've gotten out in the streets is incredible love. Like, you know, I'm used to people walking by me and be like, yo, drum, or like say some Jeezy ad libs, but like not really big. It's just somebody was like, call me if you get lost. And I was like, and then from artists, like I had a couple projects in the works with people that, you know, I will be dope. And as well, I definitely have had some phone calls like, yo, like we're overdue. It's time to get in. And then, but I'm sure there's a select artists that are like, you know, they don't want to feel like they're riding Tyler's wave.
Yeah.
See, and I was about to go to that point. It's just like the Gangsta Grillz
hasn't stopped artists before though.
But listen, the Gangsta Grillz brand is special. Like we understand what that is. We understand what that means to the culture. What you just did with Tyler is very, 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 very unique. And I'm not trying to hate on any artist that's approached you or has an idea of doing it, but I think this should be your first and last because this is a very unique project with a very unique artist.
Yeah.
And I don't want to see it replicated. I don't want to see it duplicated. I want to see it just stay here, stop here, and finish here.
So I guess the best question to ask you then, Drama, like, and
just a real quick tidbit.
Yeah.
I was with Wayne and Young Money crew the other day, and then I was talking to Twist. He was like, yo, the shit you did for Tyler was crazy. He was like, yeah, me and Wayne was just talking. He was like, Wayne was like, damn, that shit with Tyler sound like my old shit.
Yeah.
Like, on his mixtape shit. So I was like, that was a dope salute. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like, yes, the Jeezy tapes, the Pharrell tapes, but like that Dedication series, man, like what you and Wayne did, not just for like hip hop, but just for like, obviously we're seeing like the next generation of people be inspired by it. It was still special. It's special to this day. Like there's certain folks, I'm one of those people that enjoy those mixtapes more than, you know, the Wayne solo albums, just because there's a certain essence of it. There's a certain rawness of like, you spit on this dude's beat, like we're not gonna make no money off of it, but it's gonna get people talking because that's how I used to build a buzz back then. It wasn't no social media. I mean,
I used
social
to like
media was
those
out there,
more than
but
the original sometimes.
Absolutely. But I mean, even if like folks didn't really understand where you was coming from with Tyler, you know, reaching out to you, they gotta know Jack Harlow, they gotta know Lil Uzi, like they gotta know like Generation Now. You know what I'm saying? So talk to me a little bit about, you know, that what you've been doing since then with you know crafting those artists' careers. And I feel like if I remember correctly, the last time I saw you in person was at South by Southwest with Lil Uzi performing at literally every show we could find in Austin. And then the next year, he was like completely out of here. So talk to me a little bit about Generation Now.
Well, yeah, I mean, that was just like a easy kind of level up for me, like coming from the mixtapes and, you know, being a part of so many careers and, you know, helping artists establish, you know, their careers as well as give that platform. Like, I feel like us creating the label and going into that direction was the next step, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, it started from us kind of feeling like there were artists that we knew were going to break, or, you know, I knew were going to be some of the superstars of today that we kind of missed out on, you know, and I was like, all right, we're not going to miss no more, you know what I'm saying? And that was the conversation me, Cannon, and Lake had even at the beginnings of Generation Now, even when I had just started as an A&R at Atlantic. And it was just that, you know what I'm saying? It was like, you know, not putting all our eggs in one basket, you know, as well as me realizing like, okay, the mixtape game is slowly but surely dying over here, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to sit here and just be, you know, one of those bitter guys that talks about in my day. Like I'm never want to be that guy. So yeah, so I mean, you know, we started the label with a few artists. Scheme, one of them, shout out my man Scheme. He helped write my Wishing record, as well as, you know, just a dope artist in general. And Vert was there, and, you know, Vert was our pretty much first success story. And, you know, him being like one of the original artists that we signed to the label, we kind of just started off, you know, right to the moon, you know what I'm saying? And with that, you know, the challenges still come, or people, you know, you still hear the rumblings like, all right, they did it once, can they do it again? Or they got lucky, or, you know, what have you. And, you know, obviously everybody knows that even with the Uzi situation, you know, it wasn't the prettiest situation in front of the public between us and everything. So it made us have to even wave the Generation Now flag even stronger, because our flagship artist wasn't really waving the flag, you know what I mean? And we signed Jack a few years later, you know, when we got the joint venture at Atlantic. And, you know, I've been kind of moving him around for a couple of years, and, you know, here we are today, you know what I'm saying? So, and again, you know, even like both of those artists in their own were two artists that kind of went against the grain in a lot of ways.
Right.
Artists from Philly, where we know Philly for a certain type of rap, you know, a certain type of artist, whether it's Meek, whether it's Beans, or whether it's Black Thought. So when Vert first came out and people were like, you know, who's this guy you signed? I would have to explain him like, he's to Philly what ASAP is to New York. You know, I mean, that was how I would have to explain him to people. And then even with Jack, like, you know, him being a white rapper from Louisville, Kentucky, you know what I'm saying? Like, people argued with us on that, you know, and I was like, all right, well, watch what we do, you know? So those are wins to me in the sense of already what they have done in their careers and who they become, as well as like me and being able to be like, I told y'all, and then as well as them not seeming like the conventional artists that may come from DJ Drama or Gangsta Grillz.
I think there's, and I don't know if you remember this, but I think this is like pretty much a full circle, like I told you so a moment. Because I don't know if you remember, you DM'd me about Jack Harlow.
Yeah.
You DM'd me, was like, yo, Lo, I got this kid that I'm working with, this and the third. And I kind of was like, I kind of like shrugged it off. But then like maybe like a year and a half later, I'm like, all right, like,
hopped in,
even before that, Dark Knight.
Yes.
Even before that, fuck what's popping, like the Dark Knight shit. I'm like, damn, it's the kid that Drama was telling me about 6 months ago. And I'm like, damn, like I should have kind of just leaned in on this shit, but I didn't
trust
see
Mr. Thanksgiving to
this is how I'm giving him the I told you so, motherfucker. But I was just like, I didn't see it. I didn't get it. But then like when I kind of just started hearing rumblings and like I could, hearing the freestyles, and I heard Dark Knight, I'm like, oh, this kid is.
I was about to say, Drama, you might owe the Spanish community something, because we did a racial draft and I drafted Jack Harlow, so he belongs to us. Okay, so like the Spanish kid who looks Jewish from Louisville.
So let's talk a little bit about those mixtape days, and you kind of saw. You kind of read the tea leaves and knew that like things were about to change, especially since the feds came knocking that day. That was a day that changed everything from Low being on the front lines of that, you being on the front lines of that, the bloggers, the mixtape DJs, but like nobody took a bigger hit for that than you and Cannon, because you guys were, you know, you were at the forefront of it.
You had the shit in the chokehold.
You had the things in the chokehold. Yeah. So we mentioned it a few episodes ago, but talk to me about that day, man. It was back in like November-ish, I think, when it all went down, and
January 16th.
January, okay.
Of this year?
No, nigga.
No, this is years ago.
I was like, no, because you said November, like it was last year. I was like, wait, what?
No. This was.
I'm like, it happened again?
So let's Drama, if you could, for the listeners who may not be familiar of what happened, could you
for all the Tyler Creator fans that are listening to this, this is why this is Mr. Thanksgiving, right? DJ Drama, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, like we was top of the food chain at that time. Like I was the mixtape king, and yeah, January 17th, like I got a phone call. Somebody kind of tipped me off, like, yo, them boys is supposed to come. They about to come over there. And I was like, they're not coming here. They might be coming to the studio next door. Like, I ain't got shit going on like that. So I went outside and, you know, I was about to move my car. And next thing you know, like black Tahoes pull up, helicopters outside. They jump out, M16s drawn, pointed at me, told me to get on the ground. I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm still kind of cool under the circumstances because I'm like, all right, this is a mishap. They're going to get it figured out. They asked for my ID. They went into my pocket, got my ID. I heard them on the walkie-talkie. He's like, we got one of them. And I'm like, what? You know, so they stood me up and said, Tyree Simmons, you're being arrested for bootlegging and racketeering under the RICO law. And I'm like, the fuck? RICO is what, you know, they give the crime bosses.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or, you know, real syndicate organization type shit. So we got locked up. You know what I'm saying? They raided us. They confiscated between 50 and 80,000 mixtapes as legend goes. And, you know, even when they got on the news, they were like, yo, normally in these situations, we find guns and drugs, but we didn't find any in this situation. You know what I'm saying? Thank God, like, because I just feel like if there would have been a 9mm handgun or, you know, a bag of weed, the whole situation would have been different. You know what I'm saying? So when that happened, like, because of who I was and my print or my footprint within the mixtape game, like it pretty much scared the whole game, you know what I'm saying? From the mixtape websites to other DJs, like, damn, if they can take Drum down, like nobody's safe, you know? And, you know, I felt the sense of guilt because, you know, here was a culture that I grew up loving that, you know, always inspired me to want to do it and, you know, get to the heights that I got. And I'm like, man, this whole culture of mixtapes is going to die on my shoulders. Like, I don't want that to be how the story's told. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, as much as a negative situation that it may have been at the time, it also garnished a lot of like notoriety for me, you know, more fame. Like Billboard put me on the cover of their magazine. You know, Atlantic was more excited about my album. You know, controversy sells, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I just remember like the change of like me walking around. I think Super Bowl was in Miami that year. And I just noticed a different caliber of people that recognized me or wanted to take pictures with me. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh, this shit is kind of cool.
I mean, like, yo, Drum, like, you know, we remember, like, you know, the NMC, like, Nah Right, On Smash, you know, Two Dope Boys. We remember when that shit happened. And it was just like, we were just like flabbergasted, like, yo, what the fuck? Like, these niggas is like
it still doesn't make too much
like
sense.
These niggas like, yo, these are clean cut. They just making, you know, making music, making records. Like, we just, you know, finding out new artists from these dudes, and here come the feds because y'all selling bootlegs. Like, that's how we grew up. Like, that's what our culture was. You know, that's how I got into blogging, from bootlegging. And, you know, nigga, you know all too well me bootlegging and leaking records, and because I wanted to be y'all. You know what I mean? I wanted to put, you know, niggas onto new music. I wanted to scream over records. I wanted to be scratching and shit. That's why I'm in radio right now. So when we saw that happen, it kind of just gave us like a more oomph to keep going, to disrupt the service of the industry. You know what I mean? Like that, you know, it sucks that it took y'all situation for us to have that much more passion to it, but y'all situation gave us a lot more energy and it put a lot more fire under our asses. Like, nah, we're not letting people control how we distribute and, you know, get the consumers excited about music.
And that's fire to hear that from you, because I always say, like, I feel like a phoenix arose from that situation, and it was a change in the guards. And I think that it was something that was already in existence that was happening, because the blogs became the new mixtape and became the new mixtape DJs. And, you know, after that, like after the raid and mixtapes kind of filtered, you know, you would get online and go to all the dope blog sites to see what was new. And, you know, y'all would drop new music every day or new projects would come that way. So, you know, even before the streaming platforms became the mixtapes or playlists and everything, it was the blogs. Like y'all were the new us, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's dope that it happened that way. You know what I mean? And I think that regardless of whether the raid would have happened or not, it was going to go in that direction. But it definitely it definitely sped up because of what happened to me. You know what I'm saying? And when they tried to make an example out of me,
it intensified the transition.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It still doesn't even make sense to me because, like, I'm hearing you talk about it. You're saying, like, they seized 80,000 mixtapes, and it almost makes me think, like, what did they expect to find, bro? why would they have, like, M16s and helicopters and, like, all this type of shit?
They expect to find other shit.
Other shit going on, for sure. I mean, I just think that's what, you know, I don't think they understood, like, the difference between a bootleg and a mixtape. And, you know, like, for instance, like, one of the ways that they kind of set the case up was they bought some mixtapes off GangstaGrillz.com. It wasn't the Yo Gotti or the Jeezys that alarmed them. You know, it was the other mixtapes, not even mine, but other affiliates at the time who were doing like Michael Jackson blends or R&B tapes that had Beyonce on them. And they were looking at that like, oh, this is copyright infringement. Here are these A+ list artists, and you know, these are illegal. These are illegal items, you know what I'm saying? So with those, that was part of how they made their case against it. And it was, you know, it was a fine line. Like, we were always walking a fine line, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was the Wild West, you know what I mean? And it was like, part of the rap industry was championing us and sending us music or paying us, but then there was another legal part of it that was like, nah, these are hurting our business, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of that shit was going on at a time where it was very confusing, and you know, people didn't understand like the difference between a mixtape and a bootleg. And if y'all remember at the time, like the industry was really suffering, you know what I'm saying? Like ringtones were taking over, albums weren't selling as much. So they were looking for any scapegoat or any way to point fingers and like, yo, this is fucking up our business, you know?
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought that up because I always felt like you guys were like the sacrificial lamb for the streaming era. You know what I mean? Like, it was like right before that happened. I remember how music was. Like, you mentioned it. They was trying to sell ringtones. The record labels and record stores were going out of business. Nobody was buying CDs. Nobody was buying none of that shit. And, you know, when it came to you guys, like, to me, when I was listening and reading stories and seeing like headlines there, I feel like they thought if they took you down, it was going to save the music industry, and it didn't, you know what I mean? So from going to that to like being a part of the labels and being at Atlantic and being at A&R, was there like a chip on your shoulder? Like, not only am I going to show you guys that y'all fucking wrong, but I'm going to get me some hotter artists. I'm going to do y'all job better than you ever could, because I was already doing this before y'all could even pay me.
Had to be a chip on your shoulder.
Honestly, it really wasn't though. I'm not a chip on the shoulder type of guy. You know, I don't really like the whole grudges, and like I didn't feel like part of me is like, yo, the game don't owe me nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, as much as I would have loved for everybody to have came out and support and it be his kumbaya moment, like I can't ask that of anybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, though, you know, there were some people that came to my aid and I appreciated them for that. But outside of that, you know, I looked at it like, you know, I mean, all the greats have went through hella shit, you know what I'm saying? In some way or form or fashion of adversity. And I was like, all right, this is my real first true test of like, let's see how I'm really built. You feel me? So, you know, for me, it was like, all right, this is just a chapter. You know what I mean? This is not the end of the story. You know what I'm saying? This is one chapter and I'm gonna keep going. So I just used others that I was always inspired by as examples of, you know, all right, cool. Like, you got it at some point, you got to get knocked down to get back up to see how you're really built in this shit. Cause like, you know, the game don't owe none of us nothing. You know what I'm saying? And again, I started it out of my love and a passion just for wanting to get my name on a flyer. So, you know, all right, pick yourself up and keep going.
For better or for worse, like you have that chapter in hip hop history. You know what I mean? Like, for better or for worse, like before the raid happened, the whole entire mixtape era, like the whole entire Gangsta Grillz era, even the worst part of it was historic for hip hop, because like from there we all kind of had to figure out a different way to scramble. It's like, damn, if they could take drama down, like,
but sometimes there's gratification that's fueled in you when the person or persons knock you down, and then now you're standing next to or above them.
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying? I feel like that's what happened. Like the industry that knocked you down for doing what you do so well, when you got back up, they came and got you for doing what you do so well. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why, you know, I would have that chip on my shoulder. Just like, I wouldn't flaunt it, but it's just like, yeah, like
stubborn
the shit I was
have a chip on the shoulder.
I'm just saying the shit that I was doing, that y'all, you know, knocked me up for. Now I'm doing it alongside you or better than you. That's why I would say, like, yeah, I would have a little chip on my shoulder though.
No, I feel you. I feel you.
And you know, it was dope to me to see, like, you know, like, again, like, still since then, you know, the mixtape game or that word prospered more than ever. Like after that, and even with the help of the blog era, like, you know, we got Cole, we got Drake, we got Wiz, we got Kendrick, you know, all these guys,
Sean, Wale, Cudi.
Yeah, and they all came with mixtapes before they came with albums. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, they didn't necessarily have a DJ doing this thing all over them, but they still existed. Or even, you know, I dropped Dedication 3 after the raid, you know, which was an introduction to Young Money with Nicki and Drake on it. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, me and Wayne have done numerous projects since then. Or, you know, There Is No Competition, or Dream Chasers, or True Religion. Like, I can name numerous, countless like classics that came after that, you know, with and without me. You know what I mean? That just shows how important the mixtape is to our world and our culture. Like, you can't, it's the veins, you know what I mean? To this day, people still use the term, even if it's usually because they're afraid of an album, you know what I mean?
So we went on that rant, you know, when we was in the barbershop, just about like, and you saw drama, but just how important the culture of mixtapes and how excited we were, and, you know, new Clue tape, a new K Slade tape, Cutmaster C, Green Land, DJ Envy, Big Mike, Tape Masters Inc. Like, it just goes on and on and on and on, and, you know, Drama was at the helm of it, but it was just like, you'll never know what a new mixtape feels like. You know what a playlist feels like, and you know, a new album, but a new mixtape, and you're reading that track list, and it says Freestyle 01 Fabulous, Freestyle 02 The Locks, Freestyle 03 T.I. Like that just, and not knowing and not hearing and not seeing it on a streaming site or hearing the clip on Twitter and just press and play, like, a lot of motherfuckers will never understand what that feeling feels like, and you have helped implement that passion into a lot of the artists that we love and we know today.
No, I appreciate that. Good looking. And I think that's what's so special about Call Me If You Get Lost too, is because he brought that feel back, you know, and I think it makes sense. Like, when I think of the nostalgic perspective of that project, or even thinking about Cole putting Cam on his album, you know what I mean? And I feel like the two things that I would hope for is that even with the feel of Call Me If You Get Lost, if there is that style, or that might come back, you know, I don't want anybody to necessarily ride the Tyler wave and to do it, but I do think it was missing, as well as, you know, it's one of my goals is to get a lot of the classics, a lot of the ones that I did back up on the DSPs for people to enjoy. So it's not a long
if we can get them Gangsta Grillz on streaming services, boy.
And I know y'all have talked about that, but I mean, I've definitely been working on that, like putting Dedication 2 up and making it an event, or, you know, the Pharrell tape, like, you know,
Trap or Die, like putting that up there.
Like, if you don't know where to find those, and, you know, that could literally be a space of time in our culture that is forgotten. And nobody wants that to happen. All
right, so let's go back to Call Me If You Get Lost. You obviously have gotten to sit with the album a lot longer than all of us have. Do you have a favorite record on that project?
Honestly, I really didn't. I didn't hear it until it actually came out. Like,
really?
I did what I did in the studio, and then, you know, I let T put it. He did his thing, and then I heard it when it came out. So, it's tough. I'm still going through it.
I'm a big Lumberjack fan, bro. I'm a big Lumberjack fan, man. That is, you know, Rolls Royce pull up, black boys hop out. Shout out to my mama and my daddy didn't pull out. And then I'm a big sucker for like what Drama does on certain records, where like the shit has a hard opening bar, and then he brings it back, and then you hear like the beginning of the beat again, and he's just like, this is, and then you bring it back, like when you're listening to it, like you're playing it on your iPad or your iPhone, and you're playing the joint, and there's certain drama-isms that I live for. There's the talking on the outro. There's the we out here doing this shit that you can't do. Like there is the we gonna play the first hard ass bar of this and then bring it back and I'm gonna talk my shit. Like there's a bunch of drama-isms that like make for a classic sort of. Yeah, did I just coin that phrase? Like do you have any favorite drama-isms, like ones that you know just hit every single time you do it?
Yeah, of course. You know,
he knows his worth.
Yeah. Rosy said it best.
He knows his worth. That's right, King.
If we're gonna talk about drama-isms, I just gotta ask this question. I know you probably get asked this question a lot. What is
his favorite Gangsta Grillz? It's like I bet it's like picking your children at this point, but try.
It's so hard. Somebody just made me do top 10 the other day, and I was like, fuck. Like,
okay, all right. Better question. Which tape changed your career?
I mean, if I had to only go one, I would have to say Trap or Die.
There it is.
I feel like Trap or Die set the standard.
That's what he wanted.
That's all I wanted to hear. That's all I wanted to hear.
I mean, the thing is, we had Ebe on the show, president of Dreamville, a couple weeks ago, and he was talking about, and Cole was talking about in the album too, just how much like Trap or Die with Jeezy, going down I-95.
When Jeezy had the crown.
When Jeezy had the crown, you know what I mean? So that doesn't surprise me at all. That doesn't surprise me, man. Like
But I do feel like when it comes to my most coveted, it's between Trap or Die and Dedication 2 for me. Like Dedication 2 is like, it's the perfect mixtape out of my collection. So, I go back and forth between those two. But those between Dedication and Trap or Die, those are the ones I hear about the most.
It aged really well. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those projects that like you can still put on today, and it feels like it came out yesterday, man. Like it's the true definition of a classic, man. Let's I know you got it's it's a late in the afternoon. I don't want to take up too much of your time, Drama, but you wear so many hats now, man. Like it's not just mixtapes, you know what I mean? It's not just label heads, like there's so many things, going on in your life with your artists, and now with the album out, man. Like is there anything else out there that you still kind of want to tackle and you still want to really do as label head / culture tastemaker, what I mean, DJ, mixtape host, innovator,
fuck tastemaker,
yeah,
innovator.
Like I feel like you've done so much, and in a weird way, people are just starting to give you your flowers because we've had a long time since Gangsta Grillz was every single week or every single month or something like that. So now people are really starting to understand, like, damn, there was an era where drama, on these Gangsta Grillz was ubiquitous. Like he was everywhere. So I just like to know, like, is there anything out there that you still want to accomplish in your career?
I mean, I don't feel like, in a role, like when it comes to the music, like finding new artists or like establishing artists' careers, that's never going to stop, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, because, like that doesn't, there's always someone new, and, that's kind of what when we chose Generation Now as our label title, like that's what it meant. Like, I get a lot of thrill out of that, like just young and aspiring artists and watching them cultivate and become like stars, you know what I'm saying? So that in itself, like I never want to stop. And I think like out of the obvious is like, I've always kind of wanted to go somewhat like in the common direction and, do voice imaging and voice work. And
I can see that. I can see that.
And, like, be it like in a whirl, you know what I mean? Do the movie type shit, or just like some fly Microsoft commercial or some shit like that. So that's a goal for mine. But beyond that, man, I mean, it's just like, we still even with two successful artists, like, and shout my man Seti Hendrix, we got him coming up next. But I want to.
Don't sleep this time, Seti Hendrix. Don't sleep this time like you did last time.
With Jack Harlow. As soon as you send it to me, brother, I'm pressing play. We'll fall in line.
So I just want to keep going and keep cultivating, and still staying consistent and still staying relevant.
Man, I'm gonna figure out a way to get Drama to do a voiceover on a trailer or something.
Now, Drama, listen, before we let you go, right? I'm sure you're very privy to with the Verzuz and that whole establishment. Now, there's two ways I can go with this. I can ask you, who do you think should battle Wayne or Drake? But I'm gonna go the mixtape direction. Who would you battle in a Verzuz?
I do feel like Verzuz has to get out of the artist bag. Yeah. I think it's time to go back to like the producers, the DJs, like those type of things.
Because when you look at the catalogs of all these mixtape DJs from Cutmaster C, Big Mike, Green Lantern, Clue, Envy, all these guys, the records y'all have put out, the records that aren't on streaming services, the records the freestyles that we know. And your catalog is way, way, way deep. Who do you think, or who would you want to go up against and, test the catalog against?
There's nobody that can fuck with me.
Tell him!
Like I said, he knows his word.
That's what I want to hear.
And you
better use this fucking clip one more day.
You heard it here first. Nobody fucking with him.
That's all I want to hear. And honestly, I believe him.
All challenges. Hello, I'm right here.
All right, hey, listen.
Get lost.
Tim Swizz.
If anything, and this is one of my favorite DJs. If anything, I think Clue might be able to give you
that'll be fun
for your money.
That'll be fun.
For it.
That'll be fun.
Drama said I'm in it for the fun aspect of it.
Let's get Clue on the line.
That'd be
let's
cute.
Open the tunnel back up. Let's open the stadium. Something. Let's
have it in Webster Hall.
Have it in Webster Hall. And just real sound clash with it. Like get it back to the essence.
That'd be funny too. That'd be fun.
I think if me and Clue actually did do that, it would be a dope celebration for the culture. You know what I'm saying? And it would
well, y'all should do it for the fuck of it.
Fun. It would be fun. I'm down for that.
Well, Tim Swizz, I know Swizz follows us. Tim, I know that's your boy, Jake. So let's make some phone calls. I'm like the artist versus is cool, but like let's
spice it up a little bit.
Let's switch it up a little bit. Let's get the mixtape DJs going on, man. Drama, thank you so much for pulling up with us, man, and being super patient. And Call Me If You Get Lost is out right now. Stream that everywhere you can. Doesn't matter what. #1 album in the country. Drama, thank you so much for coming through.
Drama, you know what you mean to me and my peoples, man. We appreciate you, love you, brother, man. Anything you need, we right here for you. But appreciate you there for the culture.
I'm happy for y'all's success too. We, like you said, we've been at it for so long now, so glad to see y'all still going.
Appreciate you, Drama.
Yes, sir, Drama. Enjoy the weekend, brother.
Oh man, be good.
Take it easy. All right, that was DJ Drama.
That was Drama.
Motherfucking Call Me If You Get Lost.
Mr.
Out
Thanksgiving?
in stores right now. Do people still say out in stores?
Nah.
They're not in stores no more, right?
Showing your age.
What store do you go to?
It's not in stores right now.
What store do you go
You don't go to any
to make the album, to get the album? I don't know. But but we, like we said in the beginning of the show, we're in a brand new setup right now. Shout out H&D Studios. We still working on these videos set up in the back, but you know what? We're very transparent with our fan base and our readers, our listeners and viewers. You know what I mean? We're still working out some kinks, but it's all good, man. It is all good.
Yeah, no,
I was really happy to hear from Drama, man.
No, that was a good interview. Drama has always been transparent, and he's always been just reflective of what he's provided to hip hop, and he's never been that person that. Back in my day,
I'm glad that he wasn't that guy. I'm so glad that he wasn't like, I'm glad he was like, I don't have a chip on my shoulder. This game doesn't owe me nothing. Like I'm a fan first, because I would be hot.
But this is what I'm saying. This is what I was saying to him. I'm like, you if you did have that chip on your shoulder, you have every right to, because the same people that took you down are now employing you to do what you've done.
It's like, bro, if you told me before the era of streaming, before Spotify, before Tidal, before Apple, before all these brands started making literal billions of dollars off of what I was doing, on the internet, on mixtapes and all this other shit, and then you got helicopters and AR-15s in my face over some mixtapes. My God, I'd be hot. But that's why Drama is where he is, man. He's a great man. Always been a good man to us, and you know, it's great to see people from the era get their flowers in 2021.
No, I think everyone deserves that. I think everyone that's been, you know, hustling and grinding and reinventing themselves and just sticking at it and staying to it.
Yep.
They do deserve their flowers. I don't care if it's an artist. I don't care if it's a producer, executive, manager, A&R, DJ, whatever the fuck it is. Like, if y'all just been going, y'all deserve y'all flowers. And I think because we've seen how short life can be and we've seen how quickly life can change, it shouldn't be, you know, it should be nothing.
I don't want to get that dark on there, but
but that's why you give but that's how you give people your flowers. That's why you give people your flowers.
Damn, I wanted to ask him when was his first Big Unk realization, because he was talking about how Tyler was like, how Tyler was like, man, I grew up with you, so it was like, damn,
that is true. Let's call him back. No, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like
what was your first experience of like,
when I first listened to the album, that it really hit me. I was like, oh my God, like I knew I always play about being old and stuff, but I'm like, damn, like
this is really like old school now.
Using the drama play right now is like, damn, this is now.
It's not a throwback.
It's a throwback to a certain era that just doesn't exist no more. Like
you're right.
The reason why it had to be an album and it had to be cleared and it had to be do all this, like Drama used to do this weekly. Drama used to do this weekly with your favorite artists. Their favorite artist would put together a mixtape, and he would have it for a couple days. And before he would hit send on WinZip or LimeWire or whatever damn
WinZip, Zshare, Send Space,
they would send it to Drama and be like, "Drama, talk your shit."
Yeah,
and that was how we got new music. That before people, there used to be a thing called artist development back in the day, right? Like there used to be a thing where you couldn't just put anything out. They had to know you were a proven commodity. They had to know you had a buzz. They had to know people was gonna buy your shit.
I mean, now it's just like, let's just throw it on the wall, see if it sticks.
Yes, yeah.
There's no money for artist development. There's no patience for artist development.
It's data driven now.
There's no budget for artist development. It's just like, oh, if people are clicking, all right, cool, we're gonna go with it.
Everything's data driven now. So it's like, if you are somebody who is getting 10 million looks on your TikTok,
you must be doing something right.
Even if you don't have 10 million looks on your TikTok, like if you have 10 million followers on your TikTok for doing something, it's like, I'm gonna drop a song. A label's gonna be like, drop that song with us, we'll give you $1 million. And then we'll put you on tour.
I literally just discovered the world of TikTok.
Did you?
In the last 2 weeks.
You will spiral.
Shout out to Foul, who's been holding on our Say Less
literally
TikTok.
What I look out on TikTok is cooking videos.
Again?
Cat fights.
This man is
wait, cat fights like actual kittens, or
like just like cat. No,
yo, he is Randy.
Women what?
He said cat fights. I'm thinking like a woman fighting, like
nigga, cats.
Oh,
felines.
Like actual felines,
like kittens. Yeah,
cat fights was a euphemism for like two women fighting back in the day. I thought you were looking at World Star.
No, I'm not talking. So. No, I don't want to watch cats. I don't want to watch women fight. I already hear Rosy's voice and nothing.
Not even for Bloodline.
That's right. Blood pressure records.
No, but like I really just like discovered like all like this different world of people on TikTok that just like they cook and they dance. It's just like, I mean, I'm old, so like I'm just like,
you can get lost in TikTok.
You spiral.
I literally got lost one day for an hour.
I don't go
just
there.
like scrolling.
You come back to life like, where the fuck was I?
I'm like, yeah, bro. Like I'm like, what time is it?
Yeah, the user experience is a lot better on TikTok than Instagram. I could definitely say that.
Yeah.
Instagram, they'll show you shit from like 2 or 3 days ago, and it was like, okay,
yeah, I'm over it.
Like, all right.
But TikTok, you can literally just scroll and laugh and think and like
learn
some shit. Like people are graduating from TikTok University now. Like I've learned so many things from TikTok.
So
videos.
many hacks in life. I'm
life hacks. I'm like, there's no way that works.
That's not true.
Lo and behold, I'll go home. I'm like, God damn, I learned something from TikTok University.
No, there's one of my favorite people on TikTok is Jason Banks.
Okay,
the guy that the comedy dude that he does the little kid voice.
Yeah,
it's him
Derek,
and his son. Yeah.
So it's Derek, Chad, and Blind Adam, and these.
And Derek is his son, and he never knows what's going on.
Yo, Derek is like, one day he's gay, one day he's like hyper, one day he's depressed.
Can I go to my friend's house?
One day, like, Katy Perry's his favorite artist. Yo, bro, please go on that nigga's profile.
My favorite TikToker is that black dude that just like simplifies the hacks. Like he's got like that face, and he's just like does that shit. I'm just like, I don't know who you are, black man, but I hope you take on this white people.
I'm gonna make sure I get this man's name right.
Guys, do you follow? Have you, bringing it back to Kaz's point about having a bunch of followers can get you whatever, right?
Yes.
Have you followed anyone for like what they put out, the content they put out at first, and then they try to like drop a rap record
all
or something
time.
on you? You're like, this is not why I'm here.
Have you met black people, Rosy?
I'm glad I never saw that shit.
Have you met blacks? Yes.
No, because there's a bunch of comedians that I was following because they were fucking funny, and then they're like, yeah, I'm a rapper too, and I'm like, here we go.
Get them naggers off my timeline.
Hey, that was a few episodes ago, Lo. We're not doing naggers anymore, all right? We are past the nagger.
Yo, you know who did that?
phase,
Yo, you know who does that? And well, he's dope. Like his content, he does NBA shit. Famous Los.
Famous Los is hilarious.
I'm like, yo,
he stopped.
I love Famous Los though.
No. I love him for what he does.
I stopped.
But then when he started dropping like R&B Drake-ish records, I'm like, hold on, bro.
Oh, he did?
Listen,
yes.
I was gonna say he disappeared.
A wise man once said, "Dream those dreams and then man up and then live those dreams." Bro.
I feel like the only person that can get away with all of that is why am I drawing a blank from Wildin' Out?
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about?
DC Young Fly?
Yes.
Them 85 South dudes. I don't really stand a lot of podcasts.
Them niggas are funny.
I love
But he's so talented. Bro. He could literally do anything.
He's so talented. Chico Bean is so talented. Carlos Miller is like a sneaky good interviewer and also hilarious. Like them dudes got it, bro.
Them boys are fun. You saw the clip with him and Mike Epps?
Yep. Them dudes
DC
got it,
Young Fly.
Like if I followed him for comedy and he dropped the record, I wouldn't be mad.
I wouldn't.
I'd be like, yes.
DC Young Fly. Desi Banks.
Well, he's doing. I think is he doing House Party? I think he's doing House Party.
Desi Banks is funny.
Desi Banks, Haha Davis is hilarious.
He's hilarious.
His come up was crazy.
Yeah.
Come up was crazy.
Shout out Shiggy too.
Yeah, Shiggy. But yo, just shout out to all the TikTokers and Instagram and Twitter comedians.
I'm glad we're past the point that people like look down on like.
Bro, they're making millions. These
motherfuckers are making bank, bro. What are you doing?
Like, bro, I can't even hate. Like, yo, I'm looking at y'all shit every day. Y'all niggas all hilarious.
And it's a real business too. Like motherfuckers have like
production companies.
Yes,
bro.
Like God, Mark Phillips, Supreme Dreams just did Boss's video with J. Cole.
Let me tell you, he came to Sahara.
Yeah,
he came to Sahara one night. I think Rich it was either Rich or Felton brought them through. And I seen them walk through, and I went to the table. I'm like, yo, listen, like y'all boys are hilarious. Like his whole squad was with him.
Yeah.
And I think they had connected with Bass that like weekend because
that's why they did the video.
Yeah, I think we were with Eve like a couple days before, but. Those dudes are fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
bro.
we followed each other for a while. I've known him for a minute during his early days, and like it's crazy to see. Like I think he's in the work. He's in a run to play like young Bernie Mac too in the biopic and shit. Like
I can see it.
It's.
I definitely can see that.
Don't be that old dude on your whatever you're doing on your social media or wherever you talking down on these Instagrammers, these TikTokers.
Bro, they got it.
All this type of stuff. Like that's the new level of fame, bro. Like that's where people get their money, man. And it's good for them because it's young black folks getting a lot of that shit too, man. Like so, I ain't never gonna hate. Shout out to all the TikTokers.
That's how the DJs was looking at the bloggers.
Exactly. And I never want to be that guy.
Right.
I never want to be that guy, bro. Like I remember, like you was getting shit from certain DJs, certain gatekeepers in the industry. You know what I mean? Because it was something new, it was something different, and it wasn't something that people were used to. But like, I'm never gonna. I make a promise.
Funk Master Flex was giving us shit for it.
Yeah, he was giving you shit. I remember he was shouting. He was yelling at you.
Master Flex was giving us a lot of shit.
I feel like he gives everyone shit for everything.
Nah, he was pissed
He's
off.
like the old. He's like the older Low.
He did not like us.
No.
Look, he's the older Low.
I'll never be that nigga. In regards to that, I'll never be.
If Low ever got to that level of hate, I would pull him to the side like my nigga.
It was funny at first. Now
it was cute at first, but now it's like, all right, my nigga, like you showing your age.
Don't ever be the old hater, bro. That should be rule number one in hip hop. Like, I think you should be, like, if you're willing to get into this game or whatever you do, I don't care what it is. I don't care if you're a rapper, artist, producer, designer, DJ, gatekeeper,
you're going to get phased out.
Whatever. There's gonna be a time
where you're not needed.
When a younger generation is gonna find a more efficient way to do what you do.
Yeah.
You either adapt or you perish. And if you can't adapt, don't be that hater that's looking at dudes and be like, "Oh man, they ain't real hip hop,
bro." These new
niggas,
ain't real hip hop.
Well, it's working for us.
These new niggas found a way. They found the SoundClouds, they found the Twitter, they found the Instagram, they found the TikTok. They found it, and it's just like, yo, we don't even need y'all no more. And it's like, bro, I get it.
Nope.
I get it.
I'm not a hater. I don't hate on people doing green room.
I'll find music just how y'all creating it. I'll find it just the way y'all put it out.
I don't hate on nobody doing green room. I don't hate on people doing Clubhouse. I don't hate on people doing anything that is pushing any sort of medium forward.
If it's not for me, it's not for me. And that's not detrimental to what you're doing. It's just not for me. Continue to do what you do. Continue to bring in income. Continue to strive. But if it's not for me, I will say it, but I will still cheer you on.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Grumpy Low only goes so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man.
It can go far.
It could go far.
Just don't push it.
I've seen it happen.
Yeah. It will. If it has to.
So a couple weeks ago, we had talked about
who's we?
All of
us.
Oh, about what?
You know.
No, I don't know.
Certified Lover Boy.
I had made a comment about him being at a game for a specific reason.
Y'all can have this. Y'all can have this.
Lo said,
Lo
said, no, let's not take it there. That's not why he was there.
I mean, I didn't listen. I was kind of feeling low on that too. I was just being like, hey, you know what?
Hey, let's listen. Let's not.
Amari Bailey is a phenomenal. He's not just a good basketball player. Like, he is a standout.
No one's saying he's
not.
He
is somebody who could.
But that's not why he was there.
Very likely going to be in the NBA one day.
Yo, Sly, don't do the shade room thing.
But
don't do the shade room thing right now.
I mean,
don't do the gossip thing right now.
What did he do last night? What did you guys do yesterday?
You know what I did yesterday? I was unpacking boxes.
Yesterday,
watching the game.
I was watching the game.
I fell asleep again in the fourth quarter, even though it was a good game. But
it really wasn't.
It was not.
It was a blowout.
Yeah.
Shout out Giannis. Giannis showed up. I'm glad to see him. You know, it
wouldn't be no, nigga, he didn't show up.
Yeah, 42,
and they still lost. The nigga missed like 7 to 8 free throws.
You know what? You know what I'm doing? You know what I'm doing in the locker room if I drop 42? I'm like, y'all niggas lost.
That's a problem with this new fucking generation.
What you mean? He's the star
player. Y'all niggas lost. We lost.
Listen,
Drew and Chris.
I showed up.
Drew Holiday.
Y'all who was wild for that.
Listen, Drew Holiday, who I said was going to be the X factor for this series because Chris Paul is on a mission and he is your assignment and you're going to have to slow him down somehow. And Chris Middleton, who was a good defender, to ask him to shut down Devin Booker is asking a lot. All I want you to do is just match him bucket for bucket. Like, if you can offset his bucket somehow.
There's no way. Middleton is not going to match Booker bucket for bucket. And you see how
you're not going to match Devin Booker bucket for bucket?
He told you that?
You don't think?
You don't think you can do
why
it?
You not, yo, why you not in Fashion Week in Paris, Virgil? Yeah, exactly. Keep it cute. Keep it the fuck cute.
I just want to know.
Keep it the fuck cute, bro. Why are you not in Paris with Travis and for Fashion Week?
You got Devin Booker pulling up and
why are you not adding like another stamp on a Nike sneaker that says Virgil off white? Why?
You got Devin Booker showing up in
what you gonna do Sunday night?
All right, hold on, Rosie Perez.
In suits.
Really? That's what I get?
Hold on, white man can't jump.
Wow, way to be stereotypical.
Oh, really?
Rosie, because my name is Rosie. Rosie Perez.
No, because I'm light skinned. Because I'm light skinned.
Because y'all motherfuckers look alike.
Really?
Take your hat off.
No, nigga.
Exactly, see?
Yo.
Gotcha.
Well, I said my hair growing, bro. You can't do the Virgil thing.
Nigga, your hairline looks like a cul-de-sac.
Are we talking about hairline? Are we talking about hairline?
We talking about hairline.
My hairline been trash since I was 4 years old.
We wanna talk about hairline.
Listen, bro.
I've never seen your hairline, Lo.
Because I know my hairline is trash.
Yeah,
I could joke on y'all. My shit is trash. My shit been trash since I was 4.
There's nothing.
I've embraced that shit. I get it.
I was born with a trash hairline.
This shit look like a cul-de-sac, my nigga.
So what you
gonna do, Kaz?
Just a regular fucked up curve.
Motherfuckers can parallel park in your hairline.
A regular fucked up curve.
Your hairline is Tokyo Drift.
He said a regular fucked up curve.
It's not funny if I joke on myself, my nigga.
Let's say but 8 Mile. You
Don't try to be rabbit us. Don't be rabbit us.
Come on, so with your Tokyo Drift hairline.
That's one thing I can do.
Mad accidents in that bitch.
That's one thing I can do. If I know my hairline trash, I'm killing y'all niggas.
Come on,
shit.
son. You got Han driving the Tokyo Drift cars on your hairline, bro.
Don't be mad.
All of this because we asked him if he's gonna pull up to the game on Sunday and
you know he plays better at home, Chris Middleton. Okay. So we expect Low to drop 30. Okay. That game.
All right, cool. Good. Bucks is getting swept, so
I don't think they're getting swept.
I don't think they're getting swept.
They're not getting swept. Right. Swept? I don't think they're getting swept.
Swept is a lot.
My gosh, this might sound
that'd
crazy.
be trash. If they get swept, it's trash.
This might sound crazy come Monday because there's a good possibility they'll be down 3-0. But if not,
bro, I'm already up $100. So
hey,
I'm up 100.
There you go.
So I'm good.
I ain't mad at that, bro.
The way these niggas are playing right now.
Anyway,
and that just Giannis, I perform.
So what did you bet? Nah. Did you bet on the sweep?
I bet on the series. So me and my man Ahmed from Sahara, we bet $50 each game. So Suns won 2. I'm up
Sahara.
100.
We don't call Sahara no more, by the way. You bet $50 of Ahmed of Lowkey's Corner. That's the new name of that shit.
Restaurant.
That is the hot spot. New York's hottest hot spot in the city. Lowkey's Corner.
Yo, but if y'all go to the corner, it's literally right.
It's literally a corner.
Right when you walk in. Remember when he was like, I can't wait to take somebody hot when it's packed. I was like, what? Just walk in. He was like, good point.
There's not. I mean, you got muscle.
You could tour them around.
Can we get back to what we were talking about?
Yes, let's talk about Drake and Amari Bailey.
Yeah,
I got
his mom.
Listen, that's fucked up. Every summer.
What's fucked up?
That's fucked up that he did that.
How's it fucked up?
You knew what he was there for.
I thought that was romantic. I thought that was fire, bro.
Yo,
first of all, that was asinine. That was stupid.
They saw
Why is it stupid?
Because you could have took her to Staples Center.
I'm not gonna tell Drake how to date, bro.
No. I'm not telling anyone
he's pretty
how to date.
Versed.
Nah, is he?
I think. Hey, listen.
I ain't count.
I want to know how they got that footage. Like, just send the drone in.
Man,
you could have took
Stadium is a big place.
You could have took her anywhere in LA.
Dodger Stadium is a big place.
He thought nobody was gonna be here.
You could have took her to Staples Center. You could have took her to fucking what's the Forum.
Right.
You could have took her to where the Rams play.
Too many people there.
Where?
At these places.
There's no one there.
There's no one at the Dodgers. There's no one there either, but guess what?
It's an open stadium.
I don't know.
The nigga said, yo.
It sounds kind of romantic to me, bro. Like,
he turned the lights on.
She must have said something like,
no one will see us.
Listen, you live near Yankee Stadium. I drive past Yankee Stadium. If the lights are on and there's no game on, and I happen to be flying a helicopter, I'm like, what's going on here?
No, fuck that. I'm getting my drone. I'm like, let's go check this out.
But that's what I'm saying. That's fucked up. Because you knew that was going to happen.
I don't think it's fucked up.
It is fucked up, bro.
Like, I think she probably said something like she was a Dodgers fan, some crazy shit. And he was like, oh,
take it to a Dodgers game.
I'm not going to.
No, even better. I'm going to rent out the stadium.
Listen.
Yo, that's that kid's mom, bro.
Drake
that's fucked up, bro.
Drake lives a level of wealth.
That's fucked up.
He lives a level of wealth and savage toxicity that I could never ever match.
Bro,
none of us could ever match.
That's still fucked up. I think that's still fucked up.
Come on, son. Why is it? I don't think
because you went to the kid. You went to the kid's game.
Yeah.
Then you chill with the mother.
Yeah.
Then she probably don't even want I didn't know who she was before that. None of us. I mean, I'm sure a handful of us did not know who this woman was before Drake sat next to her. And then now he's gonna double down.
Well, no, she's pretty popping on Instagram.
Yeah, but now she is.
I think prior.
She was
fine.
But we had no she's gorgeous. Like, I'm not taking away from that, but it's like no one in our world was talking about her.
You know what's gonna happen? I'm gonna make another prediction.
What?
Somebody that's not Drake is just gonna come and snatch her.
Probably.
Now we're having this conversation.
You know how the industry goes.
Yeah, because now that she's out there because Drake sat next to her. Now Drake took her on a date. Next thing you know, things go.
I mean, I don't know. I don't ever pry into people's private lives.
I don't like this. I don't like this conversation. Not the conversation. I don't like this situation. I just think it's unfair.
It's unfair to who?
Do you think it's unfair to the kid?
To her and the kid.
I don't think it's that unfair.
How's it unfair? She's grown.
First of all, Sierra Canyon is like fame for basketball, right?
Okay.
Like it is a school with a lot of famous people. So like being around famous folks is really nothing to them. You know what I mean? So it's
being around famous folks and then being exposed who you're around is two different things.
I mean, you got when LeBron James' son is your teammate, you teammate with Scottie Pippen's son. Like you got the Jenners that went to that school or all those. Like Sierra Canyon is like a very known Hollywood school. So like this is nothing to him. And on top of that, he's California's Mr. Basketball, bro. Like he is like. People are like, oh my god, they're gonna talk shit to Amari Bailey. I'm like, before or after he gives you 40, like what can you really say to the kid? Like,
all I'm saying is this.
Unpopular opinion.
All I'm saying is this. You put my mom in a rap song, my hands work.
And mom gonna tell you, mama's grown, son. Go home. Okay. I'm sure she wasn't there against her will, Lil.
I understand that. I just think this situation could have been kept more under wraps.
I'm sure he tried.
I'm not trying to tell you.
I'm sure he could have went to Philippe's or Crustaceans or some shit.
No, he could have did something
and it would have been hot. No. You know what I mean? Like,
he could have rented out a room at another restaurant and walked in separately.
As soon as you walk outside, it's like, oh shit.
Yeah, like, walk out separately. They do this shit all the time.
We're severely underestimating how famous Drake is, bro. Like, if I
no, we're not.
No, he does this all the time. He does it all the time. I'm assuming.
I'm not underestimating how famous he is. I'm proving how famous he is and how much power he does have.
I'm saying,
you know what I'm saying? Like he could have made this situation where we wouldn't have been talking about it.
The stadium date doesn't strike me as something he's done for the first time, bro.
Not at all.
Like, it seems like something that
I understand.
It seems like he got them on speed dial. Like, hey,
when he got the Billboard Artist of the Decade.
Yeah.
They rented out the LA Rams Stadium and it had dinner on the 50-yard line.
It's a massive flex, bro.
But that's my point. That's my point.
If you dated, first off, I don't know what it's like to date a super duper multi-millionaire, but if I was, I'm for sure would be expecting like wild shit like that. I for sure would be expecting certain things, you know?
If I'm dating like if I'm dating the
it depends how extra that person is.
If I'm dating Rihanna, I'm not expecting.
Well, you're the guy. Rosy, what are your thoughts?
You shut him down.
Well, I mean, no, you're the guy. No. I wouldn't.
It depends.
I was saying, like, I wouldn't understand. Like, if I was dating like a Jenner or some shit like that, I wouldn't expect anything. You know, but if you're a woman,
the way you phrased it was like.
Well, I should have phrased it better. I'm sorry.
We were talking about. I thought it was like everyone.
Well, all right. So, are we being gender fluid this episode? Like,
I thought we were.
All right.
Well, no, I thought this conversation.
You do have the rainbow hoodie on, so I respect it.
Yeah, you have your thighs out with the rainbow fucking shorts on. So what
I'm
we
not
talking
saying
about?
there's anything wrong with that, bro.
No, are you saying like? What are you trying to say?
I'm just making a reference that like we love everybody.
Oh no, because I thought you were saying like.
No, shout out Mike Moguls, Fire Hoodie. I got the same one at home.
No, I thought you. All right.
What do you think?
Why so defensive, bro?
Oh my god.
Doth protest too much.
No, because y'all niggas. All right, y'all got it. Guys.
Blood pressure meter right here, Eden. Right here. No, I'm saying it depends on how extra the person is that you're dating. Because a lot of celebrities you don't know much about at all.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then some want to be seen.
Yeah.
So it depends.
I don't know, man. Drake is hella famous.
Because Drake also got enough money where he could have flew her out to an island for the night. Somewhere wherever the fuck nobody would have followed him.
And I'm sure he's done it.
I feel like
and it's messed up that happened.
He's probably that extra.
No. I don't think he did it on purpose. I honestly think
how the fuck do you go on a date at Dodger Stadium with all the lights on and it's an open stadium? What did you think was going to happen?
Do you honestly?
He said nobody's going to be flying over here.
Do you honestly think that was the first time he's done that?
No.
Thank you. So, I mean, like, I just think, there just happened to be somebody flying over who happened to be like, hey, there's a dude with a heart part in his hair.
So there's never no planes flying over LA. There's never no helicopters flying over Dodger Stadium.
It was a news copter.
All right, so there's never no news chopters flying over LA at night. That's the first night they did it.
I don't know. I refuse to believe that a dude like I feel like if you're going that above and beyond for that, like people already saw you kind of make it hot at the game and shit. Like you probably wanted some privacy. Like
that's not privacy.
How's it not privacy?
It's open stadium.
Was everybody?
Do you know how bright those lights are?
I don't think everybody was allowed in.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know. I'm trying to give more Drake a benefit of the doubt.
You should know how bright those lights are.
Yes.
I will see the Yankee Stadium lights from my crib, and I live in the Heights.
You cannot be that oblivious.
Listen.
He went to Dodger Stadium and turned the lights on and then looked at the helicopter what are you doing here? Like, what?
And he was probably like, they're probably like, all of them, Drake, all of them. Turn them all on. Not just these right here where I could see my dinner.
Listen.
And the nigga was on the third baseline like he wouldn't be seen. Like, yo, let's sit over here so they won't see us.
Third base or the home run?
You know how big a stadium
What's
is,
he trying to say here?
Like,
you can't just
subliminal messages. Was he on the home plate? What play was he on?
I see. Maybe he was rounding home.
See that? And now we're joking with this kid's mother. Like, so let's stop doing that.
Come on, son. Listen. Nobody's saying anything disrespectful. I'm just saying. I don't want every summer. I feel like the bar is raised on social media because now everybody's on Twitter. Everybody is on Twitter. Like, not everybody, but certain folks on Twitter.
The people you follow.
No.
What, talking about? You don't take me to dinner at a private stadium. Don't talk to me.
Y'all not even making the effort.
Well,
like,
who the fuck is Drake but Drake?
First off, don't be that guy or gal. Actually, don't be that gal expecting Drake sort of dates, please.
Why would you even expect that?
I don't know.
Bozos.
Some people have. There's some people watching that.
There's look.
Laying at home next to that girl, like. Must be nice. Look how far he goes for
but
his
also,
girl.
But also, there's people that are really genuinely interested. And there's people that just have the money to do shit like that's probably regular to him.
No one on Twitter has the money to do that. So let's just cap it there.
10 racks?
10 racks to do what?
A 10 rack date? I'm sure there's plenty of people.
It was 10 racks to rent that out?
Allegedly, yeah, it was $10,000.
But what I'm saying is like he probably can do that for fun. For a bitch that he met last night at a club that he might not even fuck with like that.
$10,000 seems like it's underselling it a little bit. I feel like there's
10,000 racks to rent out Dodger Stadium.
Depends on the day of the week. Yeah, it's Thursday, but they're in season. The Dodgers aren't no scrubs. They got games like going on.
Wait, y'all telling me no. Y'all are not telling me it's 10 racks to rent out Dodger Stadium. You're not telling me that.
Maybe it is.
No one in here is telling me that. You about to do it? First off, no.
You thinking about it? You're like, I got 10 racks to spare.
I'll never think about it.
What do you? First off, let's think of. We've thrown shows and parties before. Let's think of the schematics of what it would take to get the stadium to open up, right? Like you don't gotta rent security. You actually do. You don't gotta open up the concession stands. You don't gotta do all that.
Where's the chef going?
You have to rent security.
There was the chef right next to you. You didn't see the chef?
No, that was the bartender.
Oh, yeah. All right, so I'm assuming there was another chef like in the back or whatever. But
you gotta rent security.
Do you?
Chef. Staff to run out the food and stuff and shut their mouth. You got to pay them for that. Stadium
security to keep it closed.
Mm-hmm.
Then
if it costs $10,000, that's like that's like low key a schmiggle bargain a little bit. It seems like something that would. It seems like that's not
look at low space.
$10,000.
Where the fuck has dating gone in the last 10 years? Like
you're renting out a Major League Baseball stadium.
What does that? What does that do? Tell me what does it do for the date? We're sitting in dirt.
I don't know this lady's life. Maybe she was a lifelong Dodger fan.
We're sitting in dirt.
Like if they would have taken me like United, I was like, yeah.
Man, listen.
You know.
Are we watching a movie?
The bulls everywhere.
Is there music playing?
See,
like, what's the ambiance in the stadium? Are there? Is there?
We don't know. All we saw was a helicopter shot over 2-3 people. We have no idea what was playing that day. I think. Listen, I'm not gonna be one of them haters.
Know what? Yo, listen, I'm single. I don't give a fuck. Let's talk about something else.
Oh man,
this took a turn.
No, I'm just saying. Like, we're gonna make assumptions about this entire situation. We don't know what the day was.
Well,
we don't know
I'm not slandering the man. I'm not talking nothing crazy about the lady. I
don't got it to do it.
I'm just saying, wow.
Do it.
Like, y'all ain't see Home Alone. Y'all ain't see Blank Check. Y'all ain't see any of these old movies. Y'all don't see all these crazy movies or shows where
what does Home Alone have to do with this?
Just like hypothetically, I think I was thinking of the wrong movie.
Little White Boy. I don't know.
Blank Check. I know.
I think I was thinking of Blank Check. My fault.
Richie Rich.
You remember back in the day, like they just gave every little white boy a movie and be like, here, let's have these zany scenarios. And
so you calling Drake the little white boy that we just giving him zany?
I mean, in a way, like if you're that rich, like you gotta get. There's always that point in the end of the movie where it's like, oh wow, he did something sweet with his money. Like he won, like remember lottery ticket with Bow Wow.
That's not something sweet to do with his money. Like if Drake had really come from like I don't know Drake's.
We don't know these people.
I don't know his upbringing.
We don't know.
Can
these
you
people.
imagine if he had a black mama
Why are we talking about this?
And he spent that kind of money on some shit like that.
Listen,
his mom would have cursed him though.
I don't care. Listen, if that
Fuck out.
if he happy, cool. If she happy, cool. Whatever.
But he can do that. He can afford
the
it.
the level of Drake wealth is.
If I had Drake wealth, I'd be doing shit like that daily.
The amount of
daily.
The amount of comedic,
daily,
idiotic dating ideas I would get if I was just that rich and bored.
Daily.
You will severely underestimate how good I could waste
money. And I would.
First the fuck off. Fuck that nigga being rich and bored. Where's the album? Leave that boy mama alone. Where's the album?
He is doing a Rihanna right now. He's pulling a Rihanna.
Who cares about the album?
Rihanna because he actually puts out music.
Who cares about the album, bro? You really care? Are you really sitting at the edge of your seat waiting for a Drake album?
Yeah.
No, because he has a song out every other week.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, he's just as.
If he went away for a little bit, I
shut up. Like if he dropped the album tonight, you would listen to it. Like, let's stop.
1,000%, of course.
Right, so that's.
But we're not waiting.
But I'm not like
that is waiting.
I'm not anticipating.
That is waiting.
It's different.
I'm not urging for a Drake album.
5 records on the radio right now.
If the nigga drops the album right now, that means you were waiting for it.
No.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
No, if we listen to it, doesn't mean we're waiting.
It's a different sort of anticipation. Like, if you're still so out there and like you're so in the news and in the know all the time, like the anticipation is different for somebody.
The way y'all describing it is like, I'll get to it when I get to it. That's how y'all describing it.
I would.
So last week,
I'll get to it when I get to it.
I'll get to it like in a couple days.
Last week we were talking about the Drake and Brent Faiyaz record, and I was just like,
I didn't like it.
I'll get to it when I get to it.
It was cool.
It's a cool record. It's a good record.
That's my point.
I didn't like it. I didn't even finish listening to it.
It's a different level of anticipation. I'm just saying the levels I would go to waste money if I was that rich is insane. Yeah. What would you do? I just wrote you now have $700 million to your
Y'all
name.
know how basic I am, right?
All right, but you're not basic anymore. You're $700 million.
I still say I'll have a hookah wherever I go.
You'll be in Sahara.
I have a hookah.
$700 million man.
I'll probably renovate Sahara.
Motherfuckers know you're there. You think Drake is at his? I'm sure he has a restaurant in Toronto. You think he's there every night? No. Michael Jordan got his own restaurants. You think Michael Jordan's pulling up to the Michael Jordan restaurant?
Well, I mean, it's not Lowkey East. It's Sahara East.
But motherfuckers know motherfuckers go there for Lowkey's corner, bro.
They don't go there for Lowkey's.
They go there for Lowkey's corner, bro.
And they go there for the hookah.
Listen,
my friends come here for me.
I'm gonna tell you something.
My friends come here for me.
I'm gonna tell you something where probably nobody wants to admit to you, bro. You've kept.
What is it? I will.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
What?
Don't do that. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do that.
You're severely underestimating how much power you have and how much of a following you have.
Don't do it.
You don't think motherfuckers come over there and all right? You're being bashful.
I'm not being bashful because that's a hookah spot. It's a very popular hookah spot. Like,
you made it
now popular. It's popular.
It's been open for 28 years.
I've never known about Sahara until you started going.
A lot of people.
A lot of people. We started going because of you.
And it would still be there if I never went there.
It'd be there, but it wouldn't be as popping.
It's very popping. Like nigga, Kevin Durant, Carmelo Anthony, they all have been over there.
Yeah.
Before me.
Yeah.
All right. So
exactly. How many years ago?
A lot of them don't have neon signs when they walk in.
Yeah, they have $1 million contracts. So I'd rather have $1 million contract than a neon sign.
You don't think somebody knows somebody that was like, oh yeah, I went to that spot Lo was talking about. Oh yeah, I heard, like,
and I appreciate that. I love it.
Your name travels in so many circles, bro. They're not just going to Sahara East off the whim,
and
bro.
I get it, and I appreciate it.
It's like, what's the spot? It's Pergola. It's like Pergola and Sahara East. That is it when it comes to hookah spots.
No, that's not true.
Yeah, I need to go grab some hookah. Where at?
Babylon,
Midtown,
Oars, Babylon. A bunch of spots on Avenue A.
Okay,
a lot of spots. No, we don't smoke hookah uptown.
I do.
Yeah, well,
that's what y'all inhale uptown.
The Queen of the Heights, where they inhale hookah.
They inhale hookah, yeah.
Sorry, guys. The fuck?
I hate your lungs.
It is.
But no, yeah. Shout out to Sahara East. Yeah, and come check out Lowkey's Corner.
Shout out to Lowkey's Corner, bro.
Yeah, whatever I want.
I respect it.
But yeah, if I get $700 million, renovating Sahara East, carrying the hookah wherever I go.
You're not doing no types of wild sort of dating ideas at all. Like you can't off the top of your head be like, baby, we gonna go to, wherever.
Maybe,
you didn't see the post with Ciara and Russell Wilson the other day, and she was like, "Yeah, I felt like going to Paris and get dinner," and they went to Paris.
That wasn't wild.
That's regular.
That's
for them.
regular for
them. Well, they're married and.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I have like dinner inside of like.
That's so wild that you could just wake up and say that.
Yeah, that's bro.
I have dinner inside of like a panda cage.
Dinner inside a panda cage.
Yeah, just like watch the pandas wrestle and sleep.
Like inside the same cage?
No, just like we be in the cage, but like they have their own little cage.
That's kind of cool.
And we just watched them like run around and.
Lo, take me on that date.
No.
Roki.
No.
That'd be
Name
cool.
the panda Roki.
I would not waste 700 million of these cool date ideas on you.
Wow.
Fine, I'm gonna tell someone else to do it. Fuck it.
Yo, I was asking her last night, like I always am, and some dude came up to me. He was like, he made a comment in the YouTube section about us dating. I don't know if that was the first comment you saw.
Might have been it.
It was him?
He said it was me.
Are they dating? Because
Yeah,
look at they touched at
it was
0.9 seconds or
Bro,
whatever.
it was him.
Oh, which one was it? Did I know him?
No, you don't know. This was the first time I ever met him. But he said I was the one that made that comment. And he was like, yo, I apologize. Like, if I made it like 10 times, I'm like, nah, nigga, I'll never date her. Like, that's the homie.
I wish I was there. I wish I was there when I met him.
Stop.
Like,
Don't
first
come
of all,
on, man.
sir.
No, I'm not trying to.
There's ways to put your friends down without sounding like,
Oh, I don't give a fuck.
I'm just like, that's
I would never.
He's the one that got offended, not me.
I'm just kidding, guys.
No, I'm just saying, like, that's the homie. Like, you didn't offend either one of us. Like, it's an ongoing joke. Like, so it's like added content. So thank you. Like, we owe you for adding content. But yeah, he was just like, yo, y'all so funny, y'all cool as fuck. We love y'all. This and
No, we don't. Fuck you, guy. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking.
No, it's nice.
Talking about Roki. I was like,
I 1000%. I'm all the way here for like people stopping us in the street and being like, yo, love y'all shit. Like that's that. I don't care what nobody says. People that's like that shit is awesome. That's an awesome feeling. I don't care what nobody says.
Definitely feels good.
I don't care if I gotta sound humble. I'm like, no, please come up to me and tell me you love our shit.
Yeah,
it's great.
Okay, all right, hold on. Don't lean in too hard on it. All right, we get it.
Sorry, I'm just really proud of our growth, guys. I'm sorry.
Hey, come up to me.
Yeah, come up to me, nigga, and tell me I'm the shit. I'm like, tell me, hold on, hold on, sir.
Hey, also, speaking of things that we always speak about. Some guy messaged me and was like, I was going to send you a pic of my hammer, but I heard the show.
No.
But he didn't do it.
Why do you always have to bring up this shit every episode? Because it happens to me
every week.
And
the more you talk about it, the more these
But
niggas
he didn't do it. No,
here's gonna be the free idea. Here's gonna be the free idea.
No, he was respectful. He was like, I'm not gonna do it because I heard your take on it.
Next week,
when our shit is really up there in fucking like names and shit, and Rosie has the spinoff podcast called Hammer Time, where it's just about the niggas that send Rosie dick pics.
Bro.
Is that Mouse? No. Oh no, my bad. Some black ass. Come say what's up. Come wave, nigga. Come wave.
I was like, that's definitely not
What's good, bro? How you living, man? It's good to see you, bro. Congrats on everything. Damn. All right, H&D Studios. I got heavy hitters over here. Go listen.
Shout out to the Hold My Dick Studio.
Hold My Dick. Is that what it is?
Is that the initials?
As we were talking about dicks, guys, look.
The Hold My Dick Studios next to the Hammer Time. We're Hammer Time Productions. We're Rosie. Well, all the rosebuds send the penis pics.
Please
God.
don't.
No, shout out Mouse, man. Shout out to the What Podcast. Dope stuff that they're doing.
Please
shout out to guys next door.
Just stop.
Good
Rosie.
folks.
Just
what?
Stop.
I wish. Okay.
Tell them dudes to stop.
Guess what?
Bro.
He didn't do it.
Next episode. Guys, remember last week when I was talking about niggas sending me a dick pic?
No.
I got another one. I'm like, yo.
No, because from now on, I'm going to send them to you. I'm going to just.
You will be blocked so fast.
I'm just going to forward them to you.
You'll be blocked so fast.
Thank you so much. Oh, my goodness gracious.
No, I thought it was funny that he was like, I'm going to respect it because I heard.
It's not funny.
It's funny how like that's what makes them stop. Like, oh, I was going to do this, but, out of respect for you.
What do you think I was going to say?
Out of respect for you. Like, nigga, why are you even having a conversation?
Like, that's the bar of gentleman level. Where it's gone. Like, listen.
It's on the floor.
What do y'all think I was going to say? Like, oh, no, please
knowing you. Like, knowing you.
Like, my liege, thank you so much for...
Your level of unexpectedness is very high.
No.
Wow.
Super good.
No, it is.
Guys, I got a puppy.
You got a puppy! Dog gang. I saw the little pit.
I got a dog.
You haven't even named it.
I know. I need suggestions.
Why do you have a dog?
Because I want a fucking dog. What you mean?
What's wrong?
Like, why do you have a dog?
Yeah,
tell me
what prompted this?
Yeah, what prompted
this? I was like,
You were lonely or like,
yeah, I was like, I want
shout
a
out
pet.
Pootie Tang, my dog, the dog.
Yeah, I was like, I want a pet. Then I started thinking of pets, and they were all pretty fucking boring, except for a dog.
Yeah, dogs keep you on your toes, man. Dogs keep you on your toes. Shout out Ozzy. Was it Ozzy? Was it Niles' dog's name?
Sophia.
Onyx.
Oh,
Onyx.
So it.
Shout out Onyx.
I know there's another dog that he brought around.
Sophia.
Named Sophia. I don't know.
I think dog sitting Onyx made me want a dog. Because it made me wake up early. It made me do shit with it. It made me.
It keeps you on your toes, bro.
It would come up to me and be like, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I couldn't.
it made me feel.
It's responsibility training.
Yeah.
It's like, let me keep this thing alive as long as I can. Keep this thing alive.
And I wanted a dog, and I want a big dog.
I'm gonna get a plant.
Get a plant.
I'm gonna get a plant.
They're boring too.
A fake one. It's a cute dog though. How old is it? Like a couple months?
7 weeks.
Couple weeks.
I leave that motherfucker in the crib. Like, all right, brother, here's the food.
Wow, see?
Here's the water.
That's exactly why I
handle your business, little nigga.
No, what I started doing was I got him a really big cage because he's gonna get really big.
Yeah.
So I put like water in there and his wee pad and whatever, and he uses everything. So it's like I can technically, like, later on tonight, come 9 o'clock, I'm covering his cage.
You say you're covering his cage?
I cover his cage so he can go to sleep, so he knows it's sleep time.
So he doesn't, go wild out.
Yeah, because if it's still open and he sees stuff, then he'll start whining and shit. You want to be held.
Dogs got ADD, bro. Like if they don't see shit moving around, they like,
right. Or if they do, if they're chilling and they see something, they're like,
they're
like, no, chill the fuck out. It's not for you.
So no, I'm not going to say it.
What was wrong?
No.
You're the only dog parent.
I probably would have got canceled if I said it, but I'm not going to say it.
What, you're going to say?
That's why I didn't say it.
As much things as we say on this
What were you going to say?
I'm not going to say it.
I will tell you, saying some wild shit about dogs would definitely get you canceled. Did you hear this?
Let's talk about
Nile Ivy on the cover of PETA Instagram making fun of poochies and chihuahuas.
No, I love dogs. I just
can't wait for him to get big. So
I don't care.
I
don't care.
Your dogs are gonna get huge. You got like
excited.
a DMX dog.
I know. So
I don't care for animals, but
I got a dog that are they supposed to match you? I don't know why you got Pootie.
Pootie matching me, yo.
Does she?
Yes, yo.
How?
Little Pootie. Cause she's
personality-wise,
she's got personality. She's spunky. You know what I mean? She's very
You're
smart.
Boring.
She's very loyal. I'm boring.
Kaz, you're mad boring.
What's wrong? Whoa.
You're also a giant, and Pootie is like the smallest.
Like
Pootie's been a puppy
smart,
for 8 years.
You're intellectual.
Yes.
You're charismatic, but my nigga, you're boring.
Wow.
Pootie's not boring.
I don't think I'm boring at all. I think
Pootie's a good time.
I think yes, exactly.
Pootie's a great time.
Pootie's fun. If I could text Pootie instead of you,
I'm not fun.
If I go to the crib, Pootie like, yo, my nigga, what we doing?
Yeah.
Kaz is like, you hungry? You want to smoke?
Just hi.
Yo, let's watch South Park. What you doing tomorrow?
Doesn't even get off the couch.
I'm not coming over here no more.
House Kaz is different than apartment Kaz. House Kaz is very different.
House, apartment, hookah.
Once Kaz opens his door to go into his place of living,
bro, Kaz does not.
He's not coming out.
It's not a bad thing, bro.
Listen,
that's gonna be me now with a dog.
It's not a bad thing.
There we go.
I'm not taking offense. I just wanted to know your reasoning. I'm just like, why?
No, because like the way I am,
I'm
like,
totally cool being born.
No, the way I'm stuck in my ways, like you're stuck in your ways. Like you just like you want to sit. Like, especially because you work a lot. Like, not to say I don't, but like you work a lot.
Yeah.
So it's like when you're done, you just want to sit. When
I break, like when black people break,
you break.
I'm one of those break persons, bro.
So this nigga's been trying to get us to his new crib, like for the last 48 hours.
Like, y'all gotta come by this crib and watch the counter fight.
Cash. When we come to your house, we gonna order food.
Yeah.
You gonna smoke weed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna smoke a hookah.
Yep.
We're gonna tweet to each other while we sit next to each other on the couch.
And laugh about it.
It's different though.
And then you fall asleep. And that's it.
Those are usually after our tapings though. Like if you're coming over with the expectation of being entertained, I'm a very different person. Very different. Most of the times you came over was after the pod. It's like
I mean when we had the basis of like the parties, like the birthday parties, the picnics, like the barbecues.
When people was coming over to come and kick it, I'm in kick it mode.
That's different.
Yeah, I threw you a whole surprise party at my house.
No, that's different. But like when I come to your house, you're just like a fucking just.
Well, you're not a guest no more. Like when you come over, it's just like, hey, help yourself. Like after the first 3 or 4 times somebody's over, it's like, yeah, nigga, bed's here, food's here.
My name is not on the list. Entertain me.
What am I supposed to dance?
Kaz, uninvite him now. Uninvite him right now.
Yeah, okay.
There goes your invite to the housewarming.
All right, well, you know what? I quit.
Well,
wow.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, the show will go on.
Yes, it
will.
I
will flip everything in here. Ain't no disrespect to y'all.
Say less with Jake, Rosy.
Yeah, okay.
It's Rake.
It'll be say. It'll be say.
Say more.
What are you taking, the less?
I'm taking with low. Yeah, say.
God damn.
Say Kaz.
Stop it.
Say Kaz.
Be nice, guys. Be nice.
But no, I wanted a pet. That's why I got him. That's it.
Okay.
Shout out to dog parents everywhere, bro.
Yeah, shout out.
We should have.
I'm gonna get a plant.
They're boring.
Should be dead in a week. Anyway, let's keep it moving.
Oh, he's just so morbid today, bro.
How am I morbid?
Let's put a death meter count.
Oh my god! Like y'all niggas are so dramatic when
what are you
like,
talking about? We're talking about mixtapes and stuff like, yeah, you know, because we got to give people flowers because everybody gets. I'm like, yes, we're aware that everyone dies.
No, I said life is short.
Yep.
And even it's heightened due to the
and everyone dies. Yeah, we know.
No, I didn't say that. I said due to the activities that have happened over the last year and a half. Mm-hmm. So if you think about it, niggas wasn't giving all the flowers in 2019. Everybody was just doing what it was doing.
Okay.
So now everything that's been happening with the pandemic, the coronavirus, this, that, and the third, yeah, you should. Because one day you might wake up and you might have some shit that you didn't have yesterday.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying, yes, everybody dies, but I'm just like, let's acknowledge why this is happening. All right, fine. Y'all niggas want to live forever, cool. Live forever. I don't give a fuck.
I mean, mortal.
I don't want to live forever. I want a good run. I want to have a good.
You wouldn't pick an age that you could stay at forever.
Nah, man. You know why?
What the fuck is this Benjamin Button?
I just want a fire highlight tape, bro. That's all I want. I just want a fire highlight tape at the end of my life. Like when I'm getting wheeled down to the funeral, I just want somebody
wheeled down in a barrel.
I don't know, carried. Is that what they do? But imagine they just like kick me down. Like, just
carried by six.
Where's your funeral at?
They
on a
carry
farm?
You.
Nigga said wheeled down.
When I'm getting
judged by 12, carried by 6.
Sorry,
niggas gonna have Kaz in a wheelbarrow and just dump him into fucking.
Say some nice things about him.
No.
Start just shoveling dirt on him in a black suit. While Pootie looks over you like,
don't mention Pootie. Oh, see that weirdly, in a weird way, that just made me like more sad. Like I'm not worried about me dying, but like I'm worried about like
Pootie sadness.
Pootie sadness. Like as soon as you said Pootie looking at me, I was like, oh no, like I was gonna take care of Pootie.
Dog, man, animals do. I have a weird attachment already.
Bro,
I have a strange attachment.
Rosie,
like I can't wait.
You need a boyfriend.
I can't wait to get home. I can't wait to get home.
Listen, as soon as I saw John Wick and then I had Pootie, I was like, I totally get it. I will catch a body for Pootie immediately. Somebody killed my dog.
My dog.
My best friend. That is my. I was thinking, the man's best friend was like, a weird. Man, y'all find a human. Whatever. That's stupid. But
like what Lo just said, get a boyfriend.
When you really have one, bro. Like,
yeah, but no.
Dogs.
Exactly. Thank you. Exactly.
Dogs are cuddly. They can feel and smell you when you're happy, when you're not happy, when they're not ready to play, like when they just want to snuggle next to you, and watch TV with you.
That's why.
Ugh.
That's another reason why I got a big dog. Because I was like, I'm a female and I live alone.
That is true.
So when he gets big, he's gonna be nice. I'm trying to be a nice dog. But if he senses any fear in me, somebody's gonna get fucked up.
Oh yeah. I would not want to fuck with your dog in like 8 months.
That's why I got a big dog. Because he's gonna, you live alone, but you're a man. So
you're definitely gonna take like the DMX photo, like outside.
I'm definitely taking the 100%. Already looking at chains. What?
And on This Week in Animal Planet.
What? See, you don't get her, bro. Do y'all have dogs?
Let's get him a turtle.
Y'all have dogs? You have a dog?
How do
you want to catch a body for your dog, wouldn't you? Absolutely.
Don't you go home early just to walk your dog?
I didn't say y'all niggas were wrong. I'm not cracking on y'all. Like I get it.
It's different.
Let's buy him.
I know the love you got for Pootie.
Let's buy him a fish.
Or
a turtle. No, they're not.
The fish don't hit the same, bro.
Turtles are fun.
I'll let you watch Pootie for a weekend.
No.
You wouldn't want to watch Pootie for a weekend?
Onyx. Pootie or Onyx?
That nigga will be on Harlem Drive doing backflips.
And you know where you would be?
In the river.
Getting wheeled down
in the river.
Yo.
You would do anything
in the river. In the river.
Oh, they're so cute.
In the river. Hell no.
Just lays right here.
Nigga, Pootie would be at Sahara East with me every day.
What pet would Lo get emotionally attached to?
Koala.
I think you would get emotionally attached to a cat.
I like cats.
Cats are very independent. They don't need much.
See, I like cats.
You know what I'm saying? You can leave a cat alone for like 3 or 4 days.
I want a Bengal.
See, don't take it too far. You gonna be Tiger King?
Yeah, I want a Bengal. I want a tiger. Yo, cats are that.
You don't want a dog.
Someone told me to get a cat, and I was like, that doesn't hit the same.
No, don't. Because cats feel like they don't need you, bro.
That's what I like. As in a pet, that's what I like.
Nah, man.
Yo, my nigga, yo, take care. Here, I'll leave the bag open. Go ahead, get your food when you're ready.
Got his litter, got his food, got
your
his water.
Yeah, do what you got to do.
My old neighbor, her cat would never be in the house. Like, she would just walk around the neighborhood. Bro, whenever she felt like coming home,
yo, look, listen. Every bodega owner has a cat.
Yeah.
And you know what?
They know how to make chopped cheeses better than the ox.
Honestly, like,
but you know why they have cats?
Why?
For the rats.
For the rats, yeah.
Okay, well, all right.
They don't have it because they're animal lovers. They hate fucking animals.
All right, so it's a double thing. Then they grow to love the cats.
I don't know.
I don't know about that. I don't know. They're there for one reason and one reason only.
Yo, cats are assholes. I'm an asshole. We mesh well together.
Yeah, that's weird, bro.
Well, pits are assholes, so
no, they're not. No, huskies are assholes.
Pits are not,
bro.
You don't
go on TikTok right now.
Dogs are nothing but the reflection of their owner.
Their
I've
owner.
seen asshole pits.
No.
I've seen lovable pits. I've seen adorable
pits.
And
I think mine is gonna grow up to be like,
if
you don't know what you're gonna get, like me.
See,
your dog's gonna be.
She might be nice.
I'm terrified to be around your dog when he gets older.
Your dog's gonna be a dickhead. Just like
he don't know my scent. You know what I mean?
He's gonna play with you. He's gonna be nice.
I'm
gonna send just to be safe. I'm like send over a shirt or a sweater, just like yo, smell this shit. Like in the event that Kaz ever comes around.
Well, no, because you have a yard now, so he's coming over.
When I come over
to run around.
When I come over, just lock that nigga in the cage. Like I don't have no time to be like, smell me now. Lock
he's
that little nigga in the cage. He's
probably gonna love you and play.
I'm not doing that shit.
You gotta socialize it too. It's an apartment dog.
No, he's gonna go down to train down south for a month.
You gotta socialize.
There's
that
other
dog
dogs there.
Yeah,
going down south to train. Was he a boxer?
I'm about to say like
no, like to
going
actually
down south to train for what?
What the fuck? You know, like big dogs, you can get them trained.
Yeah,
like so they listen to commands and like they listen to you.
Shouldn't you be the person training them?
Sometimes, but sometimes they know techniques you don't because that's what they do for a living.
Yeah, Google that shit.
He's gonna go down south to get trained, come back up. He's gonna be around dogs down there, come back up and be.
They're gonna be southpaw. Get
trained.
It? Southpaw.
Ha. Funny.
This week in Animal Planet.
I need a name.
You guys are hilarious.
I need a name for
you
my
still
dog.
haven't named the dog.
I know. I need a name for
You should leave it up to the podcast. Like,
all right, guys. I need a name.
God, please don't let these homie motherfuckers do it.
I kind of wanted to start with an R.
All right. So that give them, you know.
Roxy.
I thought
it's a male.
I thought Rocco.
Roxy.
Cool. No.
Rocco,
no. Roxy. You name a boy dog Roxy.
This is why I don't need a pet. This is why I don't need a pet.
This is why.
This is why I don't need a pet.
You're gonna love my dog.
Damn. Is there anything else we should talk about this week?
No, I think we got enough.
Like we missed a lot of. Who cares? James Harden.
What about James Harden?
Him getting like.
Baby
they didn't get arrested. Well, one of them did.
Idiots were traveling with weed. They got arrested. Then they got released. Boom. That's it. Shouldn't have been having weed. That's just. It's very cut and dry. Why do you have weed?
I mean, we know why you have weed.
I mean, but
why do you have weed not in New? Why do you have weed outside the country?
That's it. Like, why do you have weed outside of the country?
I feel you.
You want to get a little high.
It's like some of these stories. It's like redundant. It's just like, bro, you know what the fuck you're doing.
That's right.
It's like there's no deep dive and thesis statement. Nigga, you got caught. Smarten up. That's literally it.
Okay.
I don't know if we were supposed to like really get into it. Like, you know what? They're coming for us. Like, no niggas got caught.
I was just like, I don't think anybody thought that at all. I think it was just like, like rappers get locked up a lot overseas.
I'm saying, like, it really wasn't.
This is in America, bro. Like,
it really wasn't us to go into. You got caught.
I love the whole. Okay. Well, why did they get pulled over? I'm like, why do you think?
Why do you think?
Because they knew.
Rappers. Negroes.
Oh man.
Kind of is what it is. Shout out to DJ Drama for coming on the show today. Mr. Thanksgiving, the legendary. Go download, stream, whatever, buy, whatever you want to do. Call me if
don't
you
go
get
to the
lost.
Stores.
But Tyler created. No, go buy it. Go spend $12,
that is
bro.
An amazing
great album.
Project.
Great album. I love it, bro. And I love that a new generation is starting to like appreciate that dude, man. So that's tight.
And the crazy thing is like they still won't get it.
They don't.
I pray that there's
Royce pull up, black boys hop out.
I pray there's a bunch. There's a little bunch in that group that goes back and really does the homework on who he is. I hope there's a little,
Well, they had to because they're like, what the fuck?
Well, hopefully this podcast is a way for them to do that because it was good. I was glad to have him on here. Shout out DJ Drama. You know what I mean? Longtime friend, great guy. Always been looking out for us for damn near a decade now. But it's crazy. You got anything you want to plug before we get out of here, bro?
No.
Okay, Rosie.
No,
just the regular shows.
Regular show. All right.
I just want to name my puppy.
All right. Yes, Rosie needs names for her puppy, so
Well, I'm gonna bring them to you.
No, you're not.
DM her. Make a comment on the post. No hammer time, folks. Pics or whatever. Damn.
He's the cutest.
If I was in the crib, I'd just be throwing him on the bed, just like
low,
toughing him up. Like
toughen him up?
Well, not yet. I'm gonna do that later.
That's actually the worst thing you can do.
When he's bigger.
It traumatizes them.
Yes.
This is why I don't need a pet.
You're putting a dog into fight mode, and when they're sitting there in fight mode, once they grow up, the cute little nibbles turn into like.
Yeah, he's a pet. You don't want that.
No.
I want to give him all the love in the world.
You can do that with a dog that stays small. Like you can wrestle with him, whatever. But a pit that eventually is going to be like 6 feet tall and have arms like fucking Kimbo Slice. Like, nah.
Ooh, Kimbo.
That's fine.
Good name.
Kimbo's a good name.
He's tiger striped.
Yeah, it is.
He is?
If you name Kimbo, if her name is Kimbo and you have puppies, you owe me one.
He owes you.
Look.
Yeah.
As soon as I could breed him.
Listen.
Do it.
So to Miss Kimbo, knock out some puppies, and we'll go. End of the show. You think Conor McGregor wins his fight tomorrow? That probably happened already.
Don't care about the white boy.
All righty, let's go. Shout out to everybody subscribing on youtube.com/Kazeem. Shout out to everybody subscribing on Snapchat Discover. We're almost at 200,000 subscribers on Snapchat, so let's
on the Snappity
over that hump. Can't wait for that.
Does Conor win? All right, does Conor win?
Does Conor win? I hope so, man. I hope he wins. He's good for the MMA. But the thing about UFC is that like everybody has that moment where the game just passes him by, and he might be. I don't know if he's there yet. He already took a couple L's. He might be. It's not like boxing where like some dudes could go out on top, like Floyd could, be, defensive wizard and still, get some wins and ride off in the sunset. Like no, everybody in UFC eventually gets put on their ass. Right. Everybody.
Would you guys ever do like a fight in which like
mixed martial arts?
That or like boxing or like which sport would you do a fight in for fun? Like train for it too.
I'd for sure box. I'd for sure box. Yeah, like I'll pause. I love like a boxer's physique and like cardio.
No, I'm saying like for fun. Like let's say they did like a celebrity
like a what?
Boxer challenge. When somebody challenged you, like
you
a
like
physique.
A boxer's physique?
A boxer's physique, yeah.
Like boxers have.
They're very lean, but they're cut the fuck up.
Incredibly cardio, like cardio's out this world. How long you been thinking about this? You gotta stay.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Always gotta make it more.
I'm joking.
So you would do boxing. What would you do?
I'd for sure box. Yeah.
Karate.
Really?
Yeah.
They don't even really.
No, I think that takes discipline. That takes patience. That takes.
I think you'd be a good Brazilian jiu-jitu artist. You got long arms. You're not big, but like you can pretzel yourself.
No,
into a way.
capoeira just to see him dance, just to watch him do like the little.
Nah, I don't think his legs is long enough.
That's funny.
A little bit.
That's funny.
Yeah. Okay. I think you could be a good Brazilian jiu-jitsu artist.
I'll take that.
Somebody you're not the biggest guy, but you don't need to be the biggest to be like really good at that.
I'll take that.
Choke people out.
I'll take that.
I'm with Kaz. I would do boxing.
Yeah.
Well, I used to do like boxing classes and shit. Like I like it, but the thing about MMA is once you start adding like the kicks.
Oh no. God.
We know. Listen,
like, I'll be watching fights and like. The little like leg kicks in between.
I would climb out that cage. I would just climb up.
As soon as I'm going like this and you hit me with one of these, I'm like, nope, you got it.
Well, I can't focus on that many things. I'll be like,
we know who you're not fighting.
Who?
Keisha.
I'm not fighting Keisha, bro. No, I'm not fighting Keisha at all.
We're about a year away from like celebrity boxing
or Amanda. Over. No.
Yeah. Who's Amanda?
Was it Amanda?
Oh, Amanda Nunes.
Yeah, I ain't fighting. Hell no. No. I'm not fighting either of them.
I'm not fighting.
And
Amanda
I don't even know who Keisha is. No, Keisha.
Keisha Wolf from 137.
No.
Keisha will fuck me up.
God damn. Like celebrity boxing is taking over. We're like probably probably like a year away from like podcast boxing. I'm positive.
Ooh, who would you podcast?
Who you boxing? Who you boxing, Kaz?
Who would I box? Who
would you podcast box?
Damn. Who would I box? Who would be a good box?
Oh shit, guys, say it.
But also, you gotta think. No, because boxing has a lot to do with your weight class. So you gotta think of somebody.
Gotta be weight class.
Yeah, you know that.
I'd be a heavyweight.
You'd be a heavyweight.
Who's a heavyweight boxer?
That's what I'm saying. You gotta think about weight class. Like, who you gonna fight?
Is there a heavyweight? Joe Rogan?
Rogan? I think Rogan would give me the work though. Rogan give me work.
You gotta train. You gotta train.
Like if you give me, but there's the thing though. It's not even just about like training for Rogan. Like this is a man who's watched almost every single UFC fight, just on osmosis alone.
His muscle memory is
ridiculous. His muscle memory would. I'm not ashamed to say Joe Rogan would get me out of here. Like what do you? I don't care if he's 5'4". Like that dude has watched. He's forgotten more about fighting than I probably will ever learn, bro. Like Joe Rogan will probably get me out of here. But let's see who else could. Damn. All right, let's think. Let's go through the networks.
So give me the work.
I'd box.
I think you know who I think would be a good fight for you. I think you and Wayno. Yeah, I got like the same body type.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But Wayno smokes a lot.
He does. Well, y'all both smoke. He smokes a lot of weed. He smokes a lot of hookah.
I drink a lot.
I would love to see which. This is when we can figure out which drug is like worse for performance.
Motherfucker, liquor's not a drug. Neither is hookah.
Yes, liquor's a drug.
Liquor's not a drug. Bro.
It's addictive and it fucks you up. And
is it illegal?
Yeah, and it shouldn't be. Because I've seen people so drunk before that I'm like, I've never,
Liquor's
like,
not a
there's
drug,
gotta be another
bro.
drug.
Liquor's not a drug.
You know who I think I'd probably have to box just off weight class alone? Probably like Wax. Wax from Brilliant Idiots. You know, Charlamagne's got like, he's the only like built dude I know that I'm like, all right, like that could be. I mean, he hurts people too, so I'm like, all right, I'll have to.
Really, you know who I fight?
I have to really train for that shit too.
You know who I fight? I fight Rory.
You fight Rory?
I fight Rory.
I'm not gonna hold you.
That's a good one.
That's a good fight. I think Rory wins, bro.
Yeah, I fight Rory.
I think Rory wins.
I think I've seen Rory fight.
You have?
You haven't?
Young Mike stand, bro.
He grabbed him.
Exactly. Like,
I mean, minus weapons.
And Rory's Irish, bro. Like he's got that.
He is Irish, isn't he?
He's got that twang about him, bro. Like
Rory doesn't have a heart.
Irish.
Rory's cold.
Irish people and Brazilians. I'm like, I'm not fighting
Brazilians.
Who would I fight?
Brazilians? I'm not fighting a Brazilian.
Who would I fight?
We put you up against Weezy.
Weezy?
Nah, I think you.
Weezy.
I feel like you were gonna say Weezy.
Like,
Weezy's not tiny. They're the same size.
I think. Rosy's like deceptively athletic. Like I think she'd like be.
I'm not saying she's not, but like
deceptively athletic.
No, I mean you can't tell when she's sitting, but like you go to work out.
If we're talking weight class, then yeah, Rosie and Weezy pretty much in the same weight class.
Okay. I would say
like her and Bridget aren't the same.
I think her and Bridget's a more fair fight.
Nah, it's not. Because Bridget's a little bit thicker. Yeah. She's a little bit more.
But they're the same height. I think they got the same reach. You know what I mean?
I think she'd be quicker. I think she'd be way quicker than Bridget.
I think so. I don't know. I think you beat Bridget up.
I wouldn't. No. Bridget's my friend. I'm not fighting Bridget.
Clearly that's our friend.
But you know how people take shit, bro.
That's our friend. No.
Bridget's not gonna go. We might do it for fun.
But I don't know. Bridget be in the gym too. So like I don't know. She might.
She do.
Nah, fuck that. I'm gonna issue a challenge.
But you said Weezy. Weezy, what's up?
Not boxing. I'm gonna issue a kickball challenge.
Kickball challenge.
I hate. Kickball I could do. Dodgeball I'm not doing.
Dodgeball. Oh, I would. I destroy niggas in dodgeball.
Because I really get mad.
A podcast.
How?
A dodgeball podcast charity event.
I really get mad.
All right, so
when I get hit with dodgeball, I really get mad.
Do you do paintball?
I do paintball.
Do you get hurt? Do you get mad with that?
That's a different kind of anger. That's a different kind of anger.
No, that hurts though.
No, because dodgeball's close. And it's just like, I hate that shit.
So you gotta blame that on your agility. You can't blame it on them.
All right, well, I do, and that's my problem. Because then I want to fight them the whole game.
You're not playing dodgeball. I want a challenge. I want to issue a challenge, a kickball challenge to any podcast team out there.
Us against them.
I don't know about you.
I'd rather do dodgeball, bro.
But you don't want to do dodgeball.
I'm scared of dodgeball.
Rosie, you got to man up. I think we just do dodgeball.
Dodgeball, kickball. Or laser tag.
Let's get a podcast dodgeball charity tournament. You know
charity event.
One side, another side.
Yep. Brackets.
Let's see who got it, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
is there another podcast that has one girl?
The Breakfast Club? They can't.
It's not a radio show.
God damn it.
No, technically they're a podcast too.
All right, so we'll issue.
I think Rosie could give Angela the work.
So we're issuing
You got some age on.
So we're issuing a challenge to Hot 97 and Power 105.
Yo, so all right, so
boom. Rosenberg and Laura Styles.
So boom. We'll have Rosenberg here next week.
Laura be tight. Like, I'm not doing this shit.
I'm not doing this bullshit with y'all.
I'm not fucking playing with you guys. Fuck you.
We could be the happy medium though. Like Hot 97 and Power 105 will never have a dodgeball challenge against each other, but we could be like in the middle and
play both of them.
And see who and claim dodgeball podcast supremacy.
I think we should dodgeball or kickball.
I'll take you, bro. You would take Rosenberg.
I'll take
Laura.
Yeah,
Laura just had a baby though, so that's
also my friend. She's gonna be like, I'm not playing.
Well, these are all our friends. Like,
I'm not playing.
I legitimately don't want to hurt any of them.
These are the homies.
But that's the problem with dodgeball. You do want to hurt.
Yes.
I do. My intention is to hurt you.
This is the game.
The intention is to get you out. The intention is not to hurt you.
You have.
That's not how we play. We didn't play dodgeball. We didn't play dodgeball like that.
I go for the leg. You go for the head?
I don't know if it's like in the Bronx, y'all play with bricks and shit.
I'm not from the Bronx.
No.
I just get more aggressive every round. I'm like, oh.
And you have a pit bull. Yeah, that's a great combination.
Shit.
That's true. Anyway, the challenge is out there. Dodgeball, podcast boxing, kickball, whatever it is. We challenge all y'all. We'll fix it. We'll
say kickboxing?
I said,
at least kickball.
Podcast, boxing, kickball.
Oh, yeah. I think the boxing shit is going to get a little violent.
It's boxing.
It's boxing.
Nigga, she's saying fucking dodgeball is going to get violent.
It's a violent sport.
The thing is, when you're as an athlete,
you
get very competitive.
Yeah, let's wrap up that because now we're going to somewhere that we don't need to go to.
I'm hella competitive.
Neither one of y'all are athletes. Yo, listen, check next week.
Should we do the, now that my foot's better, we should do our little athlete challenge.
Yeah, your foot is you are back and mobile again.
What happened to your foot again?
We can do this over now.
What happened?
I couldn't race last time. I had surgery. Remember?
She had surgery and then she fell off a boat and now she's
she fell off a hot tub.
She fell off a hot tub. My fault.
And then got a concussion.
God damn.
And then fell into a bush.
And you're gonna tell me I'm not an athlete?
Yes. You fall everywhere you go. That's exactly why you're not an athlete.
All athletes have concussions. Have some kind of surgery.
Yes, because they're trained athletes with helmets and they get hit. You're just falling.
No, boxers don't have helmets.
How do you fall into a bush?
I was drunk.
Y'all are fucking crazy.
Okay, I lost my balance.
Anyway, like I said, you can tune in each and every Monday right here on youtube.com/Kazeem or wherever you stream podcasts. Make sure you check us out on Snapchat Discover. Make sure you check us out everywhere you go. This Monday, I'm also back. MSG PM, we back in the building. MSG Networks. Me and Monica McNutt will be on at 10 p.m. every Monday through Thursday. Throughout the summer and probably into the fall as well. Can't wait for that. Check me out on the Masked Man Show on The Ringer. Got a lot of other great things coming on, but this thing is. I love this little thing of ours, man. This is great. I love doing it.
This little thing, nigga. Yo, listen. This thing of ours.
It's a lyric, Lo.
I like your little things.
Condescending. Anyway, like we always say, each and every. And again, one more time, thank you for DJ Drama. Thank you, Tyler, the creator.
Thank you, DJ Drama.
Call Me If You Get Lost is out right now. I think we got Peter Rosenberg on next week, which should be great. Yeah, I think we do. And or somebody.
Yo, can you drive me to the city?
Try to get safe.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Let's make it a whole Juanep Love Fest. Let's do that.
No, can you drive me to the city?
You can ask me this off camera, bro. Like we never do it this time.
So no?
Can I go with you guys?
Yes.
All right,
let's go. Let's all go, guys.
Now you answer her question. You're not answer mine.
Well, I already answered. Like we always do it this time. Stay free, stay safe, and say less. We'll catch you next week. Thank you for listening. We'll check
you need gas money?
Yes. Yo, Rosie, what do you do every time we come to tape the show? Yeah, you specifically.
I go right across the street.
Yeah.
Y'all always see my McDonald's cup.
Bags.
And I get me my little Big Mac, extra sauce, no pickles.
Same. I've always been a fan of the Mac sauce. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I'll sometimes add a little Mac sauce on my double quarter pounder with cheese or whatever. Because, I like meat in my sauce. Anyway, if you want some McDonald's, order ahead when you go there. Use the Mickey D's app to download and make your order ahead of time. It helps with social distancing. The thing is still out there. Because it's hot, fresh, delicious. Shout out McDonald's, Big Mac, quarter pounders, all that good stuff.
Sauce.
delicious.
Shout out to the fries.
Shout out to the fries. Gotta love the fries. You a bag fries guy?
Delicioso.
You a bag fries guy?
Yeah, buddy. Listen, sweet and sour sauce.
Yes.
Large. Dump it all on. And the salt is just right.
Yo, Kaz made fun of me because I dipped my fries in ranch.
I'm not making fun of you.
He was like, where's your barbecue? I was like, I like the ranch.
Yeah, like there's like a hierarchy of sauce. It's like barbecue, sweet and sour.
No, it's
honey mustard.
No,
sweet and sour?
No, it's ranch.
Ranch.
Barbecue.
Well, you also inhale your hookah, so then
it's so hood.